What's up again? Welcome back to everybody that was just here with us for the qualifying. Welcome back to us here for the LiUNA 300 from the Las Vegas. I hope I'm saying that correctly. If not, I'm so sorry. But we're going to be bringing you the live audio again, as we always do. Live leaderboard, live audio from FS1, some in-car cameras for whoever decides to have an in-car camera. But welcome in, everybody. Make sure you're hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel, as we are getting close to 10,000 subscribers. We're almost to 80 or 9,600 on the sub. So thank you so much, as we are continuing our coverage of NASCAR here on the channel. And we're so glad you're here today to help out. So let's get to the main screen so everybody knows we're here to watch racing. When the commercial comes back, we'll bring you live audio of game day or race day, as it's already on. Here we go. So Cole Custer on the pole again. He was on the pole. Wasn't he on the pole for Atlanta as well? Cole Custer, Chandler Smith, AJ Allmendinger, Parker Ratzlaff. I'm gonna learn how to say that name. Austin Hill. Could he win 3 in a row? Could he steal one again? Austin Hill. Let's see what he can do. Ryan Sieg in 6th. Parker Klickerman, and then Rick. Man, again, 10 gifted memberships. Man, you are the best, Rick. I appreciate you so much, Rick. That is awesome. Congratulations for a new membership, Kareem, Cloud Lick, Jason, Matthew, Myrtle the Turtle Adventures, Jarek 859, Tand DG, and Kyle. Awesome. Congratulations, everybody, with a new membership. You have those now good for another month. Whole month of NASCAR here on the channel, so you guys are eligible for all our emojis and previews on vlogs and live streams that we'll be doing on Monday. So I hope everybody's enjoying those. Congratulations, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Welcome to the membership. Welcome to the membership. I'm gonna do a little dance. Rick, you are amazing, dude. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Rick, appreciate you, dude. So we're just waiting for the commercial to come back, and we're going to bring you live audio of the race and leaderboard and some redeems. And we do have some emojis. So the ones that are just joining us, that becoming a member, we have Sam Mayer. We have, what is that? No, I have to reset everything. Hold on a second. That's not right. Let me see something here. I got to reset something here. Refresh on my end here, and then all the emojis will be there. So you guys are now eligible for the emojis. We try to change them every minute. Whatever we're doing, we try to change them here, and here they are for you members. And thank you, Rick, again, for the donation of buying those memberships, gifting those memberships. Appreciate it, sir. Hope you get we'll do something at 9K for sure. For sure. No, I'm good. So we'll be right here. He is right now. Back to it. Here's the audio, y'all. Okay, now what's going on here? There we go. Thank you, Jarek, becoming a member as well. It's like we'll be in the win the Xfinity race. We'll see. The 48.
Because it's the old days, right? Are you calling me old?
Mature.
NASCAR Race Up, weeknight 6 p.m. Eastern, only on FS1.
Yeah, we had 2 birthdays this week, Todd and Josh Sims. It was just
Bob Pocker's
birthday.
too.
It was just Bob Pocker's as well. Let's see who we can find
Rick,
live
sir.
from the
You're
grid.
the best.
Starting with Brandon Jones.
Yeah, Brandon Jones going to start 13th. He was really happy with his car in practice. He had a little bit of a hiccup in qualifying, but this has been a pretty good track. He's a top 10 guy every time we come here, Larry.
There's Haley Deegan in the 15 car.
William True, thanks for the subscribe.
2 years
Appreciate
ago,
it.
finished 13th in her Xfinity Series debut at Las Vegas. Needs to stop the bleeding, though. A best finish of 27th last week at Atlanta.
John Hunter Nemechek, you see he's going to start 12th. He's really good on mile-and-a-half tracks. He's finished second here, actually twice. John Hunter Nemechek certainly is going to be a contender when it comes down to the end today.
2 truck wins as well at Las Vegas for John Hunter Nemechek.
Ryan Sieg, the 39 car, only 18th quickest in practice, but went out there and qualified 6th. He has 17 starts as Las Vegas, 2 top 5s, including 3rd back in 2020.
Yeah, and Parker Retzlaff just seems to overachieve.
Chris George for becoming an MVP. Awesome, Chris.
4th. for today's race.
Thank
He
you,
has done,
sir.
Shannon, I think he's done the
Welcome
best
to the
job of
members.
anybody in the series.
Let's take a look at the odds for the 10 drivers since we're in the
Here's
gambling
George.
capital of the world. Cole Custer, plus 260. The best odds, Austin Hill, 5th on the board. You could take a look at some of those other ones. Let's get our picks done. Why don't we? I don't even know who's going first at this point. Are you going first, Larry? Jamie, you're going first. Go ahead, Jamie.
I will go first, and I'm going to go deep in the field. I will take Cole Custer on the pole.
Cole Custer on the pole.
I'm
There
going to
you
go with the guy you talked about earlier, dominated this race a year ago. Chandler Smith qualified on the outside, the front row, and 2 top 5s to start the year.
Let's
I
hear
was
it.
going to pick Austin Hill to
Here
make
we go.
history,
Here
but
we
after
go.
hearing Riley Herbst in his interview and how confident
I'm
he
glad
was,
graphics were in sync with you this year.
thank you, all the hard workers here
Shannon,
at
suck it
the
up.
race
She just
day.
wants
Yo, what's up, Mike?
I do want free dinner. Let's go trackside. It's time for opening ceremonies at Las Vegas.
Hit that like
Ladies
button,
and
y'all.
gentlemen, at this time we
No,
ask
he's not.
that you please rise as you are able and remove your hats
Keep it
as
going,
Nellis
y'all. See if
Air
we get to
Force
100
Base
likes.
Honor Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome Motor Racing Outreach Chaplain Billy Malden.
Heavenly Father, as we rise up once again to recognize you in our lives, we thank you for your love and for your goodness. Father, bless everybody today with a fun day, a great day of racing, safe day for the drivers, teams, and officials. Father, as always, we remember those that are serving our nation, protecting our freedom, both here at home and abroad, and we ask your protection upon them. Father, may your peace and your presence surround us all. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
All right,
Here to
USA in the chat,
perform our
y'all, during the national anthem.
Please welcome country singer, songwriter, and recording artist Brittany Kellogg.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Sing
go.
it. Can Austin Hill get the season started with what, Jamie?
hat trick, Shannon, a hat trick.
We'll see when this race gets started. Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, Adam Alexander on the other side of the break. Aw, there's Alex and Abby.
All right, thank you. Joshua comes in and leave the like there and says, Joshua, not much on racing, but I love your channel, bro. Just stopping in to say hey, and always go Big Orange. Yeah, coming up, we'll be doing the Tennessee-Alabama game, big game tonight as well. That's right, Billy, USA. Thank you guys for coming in tonight. Hit that like button. Let's see who you got to win tonight. I'm going to go. Oh, man. I'm going Jesse Love for the win. Number 2. I'm taking the number 2. Let me see who you guys got. Members, let me see if it's available. I'm going the 2. I got Jesse Love. I don't have any Xfinity redeems. I didn't get a chance to do that. But appreciate y'all hanging out here tonight. And hit that like button. I'm going the 2 for the win. I am going the 2 of the win. But Rick, thank you so much again. You're always given to the channel. I appreciate you so much, my friend. And then Chris George, always hanging out as well. And thank you for that membership. Thank you guys. Billy's going the Algeier, huh? Thank you, Chris George. And served and served. That's right. All the ones that have served, we appreciate you as well. Thank you for giving back to the country that we love here. So Billy Vaughn's going the 7. I'm going the 2. And we'll see what we can do here. But hope you guys enjoy the race tonight. We're going to have some in-car cameras as well. Hopefully NASCAR will give us some to watch tonight. And then Mike going Austin Hill for back-to-back-to-back. Helen's going the Dinger. So we'll see. We'll see. Can he pull it off? Can Austin Hill do it? Mike's going the 21, Austin Hill. Craig's going the 8 or the 48. I didn't have any Parker Klingerman, Craig. I didn't have any, but definitely we'll bring one next race. 152. Keep on hitting that like button, y'all. We're trying to get to 100 likes tonight. 100 likes is the big goal, and we are at 40. So let's see if we can get to 100 likes here pretty quick. Gentlemen, start your engines is about to happen, and we're about to have some fun. Last Xfinity race in Atlanta, we had 1,300 people at the end of the race. Can we do it again? We'll see. But thank you all for hanging out. Is this the race? Yes, Chris, this is the race. They'll be coming on here in just a second. Rick says, not sure I would count out JJ. He has experience and have come from a mid-pack before. So, yeah, John, JJ, let's see, who are we talking about? JJ. Oh, JJ Yaley. Yeah, he didn't practice he didn't qualify too well, but could JJ Yaley pull it off? How about SVG? Finished in the top third place last week in Atlanta with all that fuel race going on. Let's see who it is. Could it be SVG? Here we go.
Here's some drivers to watch. We start with a hometown hero, Riley Herbst. Won here last fall, first victory of his career, rolling 11th today. Austin Hill is on a heater. He won this race last spring and has picked up victories in the first 2 events this season. His rookie teammate, Jesse Love, won pole the last 2 weeks. He rolls 15th this afternoon. And leading them to the green today, the reigning champ, Cole Custer. He's trying to get win number 1 in Sin City. So good to have you with us on this Saturday afternoon with Joey Logano, Austin Cindric. I'm Adam Alexander. You guys were good in qualifying moments ago. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You lead us to the green tomorrow. Since you've been on track, tell me this, the wind and the weather, what's it going to do to impact these drivers?
It is unpredictable. That is going to be the name of the game today. This track is already pretty unpredictable with the bumps, and you put the cars in dirty air, and you hit a bump the wrong way, and you see them go up the racetrack. We're going to see that a lot. Then you add the wind. It is
Richard's
wicked,
going Jesse
windy
Love,
out there
just like
today.
me.
I don't think I've ever been to a racetrack with this much wind to see race cars go around. So unpredictable is definitely the word of the day.
Our Fox weather says gusts of 70 miles per hour. It is wicked windy. You said it right, Joey. So that means to me experience is everything. We got some rookies that have a whole lot on their plate today, Austin.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those deals you don't know what you don't know, and I feel like you guys like Jesse Love, who have a really good start of the year, Shane Van Gisbergen, they don't know what their car is going to drive like in traffic, period, but let alone the wind, the conditions. It should be a very interesting start of this race, no doubt.
I know confidence is not a problem for Logano. He's done this a lot. Evidently, confidence not a problem for you either, because you got that bow tie.
You're going to pick.
Chris,
who you got?
You have to be confident
to wear a bow tie.
Show up with a bow
100%.
You told me.
Viewers, you can decide whether or not if you like it.
You told me I have my hands full. I thought I would throw the first shot. Let's go trackside and get the command to fire engines.
Las Vegas Motor Speedway, this is the moment you have all been waiting for. Here to give the command to fire engines is business manager, secretary, treasurer of LiUNA Local 872, Tommy White. Las Vegas! Drivers, start your engines!
Let's go.
It's just about time to deal the cards in Las Vegas. The engines have fired for the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Oh, I know, right?
We are green next on FS1.
Awesome, Chris, man. Appreciate you being here, dude. All right, so the cars are going to be rolling. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes pretty quick, and we'll move on from there. But we'll see what happens. Last week, it was kind of a boring race, right? Everybody was like, oh, it's boring. It's single file. And then at the end, it was such a suspense with everybody running out of fuel. So let's see what this race brings us. It's going to be a lot of tire wear, not much fuel this time. But we'll see what happens. Who's going to last? Who's going to be affected by the wind? Is there going to be a lot of crashes because of the wind? Is there going to be a lot of spins out of turn 4? We'll see. So keep on hitting that like. Keep on hitting that subscribe. We're 13 away from 9,600 subs, and we're so close to 10K. So thank you guys for hanging out here. And thank you all for the new members. The ones that are MVPs. You're eligible now for the emojis. You're going to have those every race or every stream that we have. You're eligible for, on Mondays, we have called Members Mondays, where we give back to the members. We let you see a private vlog. For the Pro and MVP, you get to see a preview of the vlogs. And MVPs, you get a special stream, live stream with just me, nothing go game or anything going on. You get to see that, and you get the previews of the vlogs as well. So lots of fun, and so I'm glad y'all are joining the memberships. We have a good time here, and hope you guys have fun. Ty Dillon needs to give up that steering wheel with another crash by Derby driver. We'll see what happens. Richard Carr. That's right, man. There you go. But thanks for all hanging out here. Keep on hitting that like button. We'll try to get to 100 likes. But thank you for subscribing there. Appreciate that. Philip Stoneman, thank you for that subscribe. Philip, appreciate that. As tomorrow, Las Vegas will be on at 2:30 Central Standard Time here on my channel for the Pennzoil 400. And we're streaming on Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. So if you guys are over there, make sure you're saying hi in the chat. I can see you through our multi-stream. And make sure you're liking the stream on Facebook. That's important. It helps the algorithm as well. So here we go. So we're going to get ready. If Teresa, I see you over there on Facebook. Hello. How you doing, Teresa? Good to see you. Thanks for all the love over there as well. So keep on hitting that like over there on Facebook. If you're on Twitter, give us a retweet and a heart. If you're on Twitch, give us a follow. And also on Facebook, give us a follow as well. So here we go. We're going to get ready to have some fun here.
Fulfill their dreams. These hopefuls will need to rely on their skills. Be fearless in the face of uncertainty and
Eric
trust
Amarola.
their guts rather than their eyes. It's time to go racing. Next from Las Vegas.
I know in the Open, I took a shot or two.
Who's on first? What's up, Ruben?
What about this wardrobe?
On?
Just be thankful you don't have to wear that hat.
Full Custer's on
or
first.
Whatever we're calling that, huh?
Those girls have to be freezing.
I hear you. That's how windy it is here today.
Cars are rolling off. Austin Hill starts in the 5th position, and he's in elite company after getting it done to open the year at Daytona and Atlanta.
Thanks for the
Look
subscribe,
at the drivers all time in the Xfinity Series that have won in the first 2 races
Austin
of the year.
Hill.
You got Earnhardt in 86, Chad Little in 95, Tony Stewart.
Any Austin Hill fans in the chat?
Chad Little told me when he did it in 95, he was leading 3rd race at Atlanta, blew an engine, so he thought he should have made it 3 in a row. Can Austin do it today? Let's dial him up.
Let's check and see. Austin Hill, Joey Logano up here in the Fox booth. You got us?
10-4, I got you.
Well,
okay, we can do that. I'll see if I can add him right now. We should do 11 as well as a 3-time this week for Dan. All right, we'll see if I can do it.
Man, that sounds really good. We got a really fast finish Chevrolet today. Practice went really smooth for us. We're up front like we need to be. But, I mean, you know as well as anybody, it's not easy to win these things. So we're going to put all 200 laps together, be there when it matters most, and try to get it done again.
Well, absolutely. You got that momentum, that confidence on your side. Make it happen.
Yeah, I appreciate that, guys. Thank you.
Got to be good on the long run and finish strong. That's what he did last spring here at Las Vegas. When we came here last fall, it was the Riley Herbst show. He started in the back after some changes to the race car prior to the
green. There you go, Rick. You ask and you shall receive.
Wins stage 2, wins the race.
Members, you'll have to refresh to get the extra emoji.
Win at his home track. Let's talk to him. Dial him up, Austin.
See if it works.
Hey, Riley, it's Austin Cindric up in the FS1 booth. You got a copy?
There you go, Rick.
What up, Cindric?
What's up, man? You dominated this race here in the fall last year. What'd you feel in your car in practice, and can you do it again today?
Well, I'd like to think so.
Awesome, South Virginia.
Car's pretty fast.
Old Trickle.
I was pretty happy with the long run pace. Short run pace, got to work on a little bit, but we'll see what we got.
Well, good luck, man. When life gives you lemons, get after it.
That's right. Thanks, buddy.
And with that, the inside jokes are already flowing in the booth.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Maybe we'll get an answer to what that's all about.
He heard what he needed to hear. That's
later on. Now our starting lineup, we told you off the top, Cole Custer on the pole, his third pole victory here at Las Vegas. Chandler Smith alongside the second-year driver behind the wheel of a Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. Row 2, A.J. Allmendinger won here 2021.
Race day,
and
folks.
Maybe
What's up, Brian F?
Special Parker Retzlaff really good in qualifying.
Absolutely. Then you got Ryan Sieg, Austin Hill. We just talked about him going for 3 in a row to start the season. Great start so far.
An exciting row here with Parker Kligerman looking to get their season on the right track here, as well as Sammy Smith with JRM. He's got a good taste of it now.
You got Eric Almirola back in the 19th. Been a little bit since he's been in a race car. Only a couple races he's missed in Cup. Right next to Sheldon Creed.
You got John Hunter Nemechek, obviously a veteran of the series, and Riley
Creed,
Herbst,
Sheldon Creed.
He's looking to go back to back in Vegas.
And row 6, those drivers 1-2 here in the fall. Brandon Jones, good start to the year for Junior Motorsports, alongside his teammate Sam Mayer, who's really good on the 1.5 miles. Won last fall at Miami. Row 8, a couple of young stars. Corey Heim, really good in the Craftsman Truck Series event last night. His first start of the season for Sam Hunt.
Back in 28, we have her as well. A few girls.
Row 9, Jeremy Clements, fresh off the top 10 at Atlanta with
guys.
Poole. And Leland Honeyman, the rookie from Phoenix, starting in row 10 with Kyle Weatherman.
Brian, I'm
now
going.
Some other notable drivers.
I'm going 2.
And Shane Van Gisbergen, the
Jesse
rookie,
Love,
starting 25th. Limited practice for him yesterday. Haley Deegan, another rookie, goes 28th. And Justin Allgaier, who we thought could be a threat for the pole, issues yesterday in qualifying. He comes from the back. With that, we check in with our pit reporters, Regan Smith and Josh Sims. Hey, Josh.
Well, Adam, like you mentioned, Justin Allgaier has his work cut out for him starting 36 today. Could have been way worse. During qualifying, he had a tire go down, and he managed to somehow keep the car off the wall, as you see there.
Yeah,
when I talked to him today, he said, Josh, I'd love to tell you
Vic
it was
Trickle,
skill
Sterling
right
Marlin,
managing
Lake
not to wreck
Speed,
it,
all
make it
great
worse.
names.
He
Yes.
said, I frankly just got lucky there. But he also told me 2 things make you good at Vegas, a place where he's been runner-up 4 times. He said, you have to have speed, of course, when you're up front, but you also need a car that manages well in traffic. He said, in practice, I know I have the speed. Since I'm starting in the back, I'll learn if I can handle well in traffic. Regan?
That's right. Boogity, boogity,
well, Josh,
boogity.
it's been a stellar start to the year for Parker Retzlaff. A 3rd-place finish at Daytona, a 5th-place finish at Atlanta 1 week ago, and then yesterday in qualifying, he qualifies 4th, but not only qualifying, that car was very fast in practice. He was in the top 5 as that as well. He told me the goal this year was to get the results and finishes that they felt they deserved in races, and also for him to clean some things up behind the driver's seat. He has done a fantastic job of that so far this season. Look to him to do that again today as he tries to get his 3rd top 5 in a row.
It's already a record for Jordan Anderson Racing. Back-to-back top 5s, trying to build on the momentum today. Let's learn more about driver 31.
My name is Parker Retzlaff. I started racing when I was 7 years old in the mini sprint division in northern Wisconsin. I've racing for 13 years now. A local kid from northern Wisconsin who didn't have any family in racing, and I did it as a way to spend time with my parents and my family, and now we got a nice partner in Funkaway and everyone here at JR NASCAR, and now we're trying to keep our top 5 streak going with the first 2 races of the year. Go-to pregame meal that you eat every week? I have to eat a steak and potatoes every night before the race.
Steak and potatoes every night before the race.
Steak and potatoes, pretty risky move before you jump in a race car. That's all I know.
Retzlaff.
Maybe a little more experience. He may change his pre-race meal, but amazing job by Jordan Anderson Racing. Parker as well to start the season. A couple top 5s. That team is just consistently progressing and keep getting better and better every week. Pretty cool to see him starting up front here.
Now we check out our race analysis for
Lights
today's
are off on the pace car, so that's a good
race
thing.
2024, 200 laps, makes up 300 miles. 45 and 45, the lengths in stage 1 and stage 2. That final stage, just over 100 laps. Pit road speed at 45. You look at the fuel window, 60 to 65 laps. We got to keep apprised of that because we've had long green flag runs in that final stage the last couple of years. Pacing the field today, our Toyota GR Supra.
I guess he's not in the field today.
AJ Allmendinger.
I think he's supposed to make another, not sure when.
Have a good day, man. Keep us up to date on what you need. We'll work like hell for you all day long. Good luck. Have fun, brother. Copy that, man. Appreciate all of you always working so hard. Just keep doing the same thing. Best we can do.
Cole Custer wins the pole, takes the outside lane. Pace car heading to pit road. It's time to push your chips in and lay your cards on the table. We are ready to go. Xfinity Racing.
Cheer on your driver.
Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Let's go.
Here we go. Green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Immediately see them 3 wide. They spun the tires a little bit.
Lap 3, we're going to honor Dale Sr. Remember that, y'all.
As they go into turn 3 here, this is where the wind's going to be really sketchy for them. We're getting a big push down the backstretch, big tailwind here. When you get into the corner, this is where it's going to be a handful.
Just started.
No fear, AJ Allmendinger.
Wouldn't put it against him to put it 3 wide on the start, but didn't deter him with that wind going into the first turn. Chandler Smith coming out with a good launch, good restart, and the lead.
Look at Custer.
It's unbelievable. You saw none of them hit the bottom in turns 3. They all overestimated the grip level, and it's still 3 wide around here.
Bennett Transportation onboard camera. This is Austin Hill inside of AJ Allmendinger. Battle for second.
Tree bumper clear. 3/4 back, 1 up.
Hill is through. Custer trying to come with him.
Cole's done a good job at minimizing the loss here from the start of that race, being able to wrap that bottom and put AJ in a tough spot to get here into turn 1.
What a great start to this race for Chandler
This is
Smith.
Cole Custer's car, y'all.
They really got hooked up to get on that restart, and this track's fast enough that the dirty air does matter in these Xfinity cars, and being able to get good restarts, get your track position locked down for the first 10-15 laps of the run till you really get into that tire wear is super critical. So having that inside lane really jammed up and have the energy really pays off for Chandler.
It definitely seems like, for whatever reason here at this racetrack, the bottom's pretty dominant here early in the run. It'll be interesting to see as tires fall off, how wide does it get? 1 and 2, this is typical. You want to run the second lane a lot of times because the bumps aren't as big in the second lane. But in 3 and 4, it just seems like a bottom-type corner, especially at the flat entry that you see.
Chandler Smith in first.
Nemechek has gained a ton of spots.
I would do it.
Lap
3, let's do it, y'all.
Right here to get the momentum.
Threes
I
in the
think
chat,
he's going to be able to get Austin Hill right off of turn 4.
And it goes to show how
Let me
solid
see
that
those
thing
threes.
is. He did that on the outside.
Super
after
confident.
What I just said.
No, you're exactly right, Joey. That outside lane in 3 and 4, he must have a really good car to be able to make that work and clamp that right rear, put Austin Hill in a bad aero spot, and drive off into second following his teammate.
Nemechek was outside the top 10 in practice. Not great in qualifying, but he has served notice early. He's going to be a player. In the runner-up position behind his teammate, Chandler Smith, who's led the first 4 laps.
How about Ryan Sieg? Up into the top 5, up 6 spots since the start of the race.
Thank you, sir.
This
Dale
is a track
Sr.
that he's run pretty well at in the past, and he's challenging Cole Custer right now for that spot.
Three laps goes by quick.
You see it 91 there. Just going through the bumps, the front end moving all over the place.
Race on. Let's
you
go.
Hit those bumps the wrong
Where's
way,
Deegan?
especially with low air pressures, and they're starting to come up now at lap 6. But the first couple laps,
26.
These cars, they want to be down on the splitter, and you start hitting it, and up the racetrack you go. You're all over the place. Do that while you're 2 or 3 wide the first couple laps, not knowing exactly how your balance is going to be. It'll get your attention. The heart rate peaks pretty early in this race.
No, and since these guys have been on track, there's been a full truck race, Cup Series practice and qualifying. The conditions are different. We've already touched on the wind. It's a lot to figure out what your car's doing in traffic and what it was like versus practice yesterday, and not lose momentum, not lose the spots, and it's fun, these starts of the race.
Yeah, this is a fun view. I love this view. You can kind of see, if you're Riley Herbst here, you're just trying to peek your left front out a little bit. You're hoping that car in front of you as the caution comes out here.
So, Steven, what's going on, man?
8 laps in, first caution,
and a caution
of the afternoon. And it's the man we were talking about, Parker Retzlaff. Left rear.
Oh, man, we're just talking about him.
That's quite a bit of damage as that thing blew apart the left rear there.
Run 10th when that happened.
Not enough steak and potatoes,
about the fact he was so good in practice, qualified in the top 5.
See what happened here so I can get my phone up here.
See a 31. He's sideways back there.
So it could be one of two things. You can either get the tire rub early in a run and have too much of it as you travel the car at peak pace or on low air. Or he might have had contact with somebody else, as Joey's figuring out the telestrator here.
It took him 250 miles last week at Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty good size hit there.
Yeah. I wonder how much damage that did to the 1 car as well. Right on that right rear. Yeah, he's on pit road.
Sam Mayer in the 1. Early caution at Vegas.
Sam Mayer
Smith out front. Nemechek, Hill,
and Parker Retzlaff.
Custer, your top 5.
All right, Chandler Smith in the lead here. My name is CeeLo. If you guys are just joining us, I've not been here with us before. How did that peel off? I don't know. We do NASCAR here, guys, and we've been covering NASCAR since the Daytona Speed Weeks, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the coverage we've given you. We've given you some vlogs also. I gave you a preview of the season. I gave you a paint job, a preview of the paint schemes for this weekend. So we're trying to make this a big thing here on NASCAR on our channel. But not only do we do NASCAR here, we follow Tennessee basketball, which is awesome as well. We have a good time with that. Tennessee Volunteers basketball, we're going to be following that all the way through the March Madness tournament. And then coming up right after that, Atlanta Braves baseball. The baseball season is beginning. We're going to be doing play-by-play of the Atlanta Braves baseball and NASCAR on the weekends. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel. We are just getting started. We're almost at 10,000 subs, as you can see. We're trying to get to 9,600. Make sure you're hitting that like button too as well. We're trying to get to 100 likes. We're at 83. So thank you, Nicole, for subscribing. Nicole, thank you so much over there. And we're also streaming on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. And YouTube's always going to be our main channel. So only 18 more to 100 likes, 283 watching. Come on, hit the like. That's right, Rick. Let's do it. Alrighty, so let's see what happens here as we are. Rick, did you ever get a chance to get a hold of Jennifer? I'm just curious. I let her know that you might be contacting her, so. But this first caution of the night, looks like Sam Mayer and Parker Retzlaff got in together. And we were just talking about him right before the race started. Okay, no worries. I was just curious. You show us top-notch, Mr. C looks. I try to show something. I can't show everything. But I try to give you at least a good look. The green screen doesn't help either, but we'll bring in the in-car cameras here in a second. There's not too many of them. Tomorrow there will be, though. Mercy. No rain, that's right. T-Van says, I'd like to know where Junior truly reacts to the $1 million car hits the wall, but then I think about the millions that he put into the wall. I'm a Junior fan.
Parker Retzlaff, heavy damage on the left rear, and he's made a couple of trips down the pit lane.
Yeah.
And Sam Mayer, as the fellas talked about going to break, had some heavy contact as well. He went to the garage. Eric Almirola has the 19 on pit road, getting some assistance from his team. But we talk about the wind here at Las Vegas and what an impact it's going to have on this race and for the drivers and teams. It's impacted our team as well. Because of all the wind, it's dangerous for some of our camera operators to be out on those high cameras. So as you can see, they are unmanned. A little bit of a different mindset with our production today. We hate that, but we want to make sure we err on the side of safety. And as we look at our Fox weather, you can see why. Gusts
62
today
degrees.
At 70 miles per hour.
It is
70 miles an hour. That's like hurricane weather.
You spend all night writing that, or what?
I'll give Greg Irwin credit to that one. He walked up to me in the garage yesterday and hit me with that one. I was like, yep, using that on TV.
Hey, let's give some love to Justin Allgaier. Started in the back after that issue in qualifying yesterday, up to 14.
Meant to say CeeLo.
Perfect case scenario for them, too. Getting this caution, re-rack him, get another restart in.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
You ain't ever seen vegetation like that before, have you, Eddie? Negative.
Justin Allgaier talking.
Not the young and tenacious Justin. I like it.
I didn't race against the gray-haired one. I know that for sure.
We all think that we mature as we get older, but sometimes when you put the helmet on, that all pretty much goes out the window, and you still make pretty aggressive moves.
So big decisions happening here with the choose. We got Chandler Smith picking the outside, his teammate on the bottom. And the outside lane obviously didn't work on the initial start of the race for Cole Custer. And the inside lane was able to get way more organized. And the only thing that's changed here is we've got a heat cycle on these tires. We've got, 10 laps in or whatever. And these Xfinity cars definitely react negatively, some of them worse than others with these heat cycles. And it's going to definitely play a role in this restart.
Yeah, and something we saw in the initial starts, Cole Custer spun his tires.
Go
so
AJ,
he lost
Kenny
control
says.
of the race before he got into turn one. He wasn't able to stay door to door and pin that inside car, take the air off his door. He kind of lost that control when he spun his tires, and the bottom was able to be more organized, like you said, Austin. So we'll see how that works. Wheel spin is definitely going to be worse this time with a cycle on the tires.
And if I'm Nemechek's team, I'm telling him, hey, AJ's behind you, and he put him 3 wide and turn 1, lap 1. So keep looking in your mirror.
And Chandler Smith feels like this place owes him one. He was leading, coming
cool
to the
name.
white flag
Thank
in this
you.
race
CeeLo
a year
is my
ago.
name, yes.
Overall, though, 141 laps led in the 2 races here compared to 178 in the other 31 races of his rookie campaign. But no doubt he's matured. He's with a new team. He's got a great veteran crew chief in Jeff Mendering, and I was talking to Jeff in the garage this morning, and he said across the board, this team is just really gelled. They have a lot of confidence in Chandler, and he said that's come from all of the time they've spent in the sim since they left Phoenix in November.
24th.
Yeah, Chandler's done a really good job at the start of this year. He's been super reliable, been able to get good finishes, and obviously experienced crew chief with Jabo. He's able to get
one more lap here
to start the deal, and obviously that team feels pretty confident.
You can use that 11. You'll have to refresh. It's there.
Nemechek won 7 races.
You can use the 11 emoji
a year ago.
You have to refresh the stream to get it.
At JGR in 2024, Sheldon Creed nearly won at Daytona, 2 top 5s to begin the year.
Where's
Came
car
over from
15?
RCR. We mentioned Chandler, who last year in his rookie season driving for Colic, but he was a part of the Toyota family at Kyle Busch Motorsports in the Craftsman Truck Series, and we touched on Eric Almirola, who, by the way, made his Cup debut for Joe Gibbs Racing here at Las Vegas almost 17 years ago to the day.
That's what I'm really curious on seeing how Eric's able to do. He's such an experienced race car driver, to your point, 17 years in the sport. He's seen a lot, done a lot of things. I'm just interested to see how he's going to be adapting back to an Xfinity car. They drive so different than the Cup cars he got used to for years. Now it's going to be quite the change for him as he progresses through the field here today.
All right, lights are off on the pace car.
But the debris is all cleaned up from our first caution. Feel like every time we come to Las Vegas, and it happened last year, you get a caution in the first 10 laps. Everyone settles in that final stage. You get long green flag runs. Teammates on the front row.
You just
Chandler
didn't want
Smith outside of John.
Use the 11 emoji and jinx the cake. Okay, gotcha.
We get a note here that the
Here we go, green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Gotcha. What's up, Dallas? Pedal to the metal.
We'll see a much more solid start on the outside.
Top 10 soon, maybe we'll see.
Oh, AJ, 3 wide.
3 wide.
Who'd have thought?
This is like a replay of the start of the race when Allmendinger gets out of line. Really in the middle, going backwards is Nemechek.
And it really worked out for AJ making that move as he gets up to second.
Yeah, really killed John Hunter there. Not able to keep the pack. Middle of 3, bad arrow spot.
Parker Kligerman making it happen. That orange and white Chevrolet down low. Now he's put in the middle coming off of 4.
Momentum on these restarts is very, very important. Just making sure you don't have a chance where you have to lift. You have to lift for a bad arrow spot. You got people on your door. That's obviously what's happened to Parker here. One moment he had momentum, and then it's all gone. Exit of 4. 3 wide again. Riley Herbst trying to wrap that line. And that's going to become a line that's going to be way more
There's
important.
There's the 98 car right here.
That's how Riley honestly won this race last time we were here, being super disciplined in that line, having a good turn throughout a run. And I think he knows that. And I think he's going to be committed to that because he saw what the dividends it paid later on.
For second, Austin Hill driving through underneath Allmendinger. Custer right there as well.
Come up and take that down the backstretch here. Chandler Smith, he's fired off both these restarts and got himself out there. That car is liking that clean air. What I'm interested to see is John Hunter Nemechek. Not a good restart there, but we saw how fast he was right before that caution.
Look at that. He went outside there on the 8.
He's still got a really fast car.
Oh, he thought he had the
John
inside
Hunter just
there.
Made a decision. He could have made it 3 wide there with that momentum he had off the corner. He decided to push Cole Custer through, trap AJ on the bottom.
There's only 4 in-car cameras for Xfinity, so
it's a very smart move.
A ton of give and take. More 3 wide coming off the corner there.
Holden Creed not afraid to put it on the top there.
Allgaier up to 11th after starting in the back. The 7's got some electricity early.
I tell you what, this is a racetrack that I circle for Justin Allgaier next to Bristol, Phoenix, and I would say Vegas is right up there with it. So I think he brings something a little extra special to the table as you see a lot of blocking for position there on the Corey Heim.
These guys are racing hard.
You don't know anybody else?
They are all over this racetrack, sliding around. You see them, they're having a hard time hitting the bottom as they're 2-3 wide. It just hasn't stopped.
Mentioned Sam Mayer took his Chevy to the garage. Regan?
Well, Adam, tough start to the year for Sam Mayer. A lot of bad luck so far this season. Sam, what have you got to do to shake this bad luck?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a year from hell. It's been unreal. I feel like we haven't really done anything wrong except for be right
98, the 00.
So it's just part of the gig, I guess. But our club car Camaro was really good this weekend. I was really looking forward to seeing what we could do. I think that race we were ready, super positive compared to practice. So very unfortunate. I think I have a total of like 200 laps this year. So very, very frustrating and unfortunate.
And Dinger is who I want to win.
To get to Phoenix.
All right, see you in Phoenix. Thanks, Sam.
I would say 200 laps is the over. Early crashes at Daytona.
One more to
9,600. The racing, though, right now, unbelievable. That's his teammate Brandon Jones going after Riley Herbst.
It looks like these guys are able to take advantage of Riley a little bit here. He's struggling to hold the line, whether he's getting loose or if he just can't keep it. There's a pretty sweet little crossover. Out. See him get tight on the door of the 8.
You start seeing them feather and cars changing speeds. It got a little tight there.
Brandon Jones went around Allgaier and Sammy Smith. Thank you for subscribing.
You can really see when somebody's vulnerable and take advantage of
Paul
it. Whether
Turk,
it's packing out on the
thank you for subscribing, Paul.
You don't see that as much in the Cup Series anymore.
Chevy, Richard says.
It's a very real thing, and you can easily take advantage of somebody that's pretty vulnerable.
This is our Ford Performance onboard camera riding with Riley Herbst, who's currently in the 8th position. Chandler Smith showing the way in Las Vegas, halfway home in stage 1. We're going side by side.
All right. Usually during the commercial breaks, I kind of show some in-car camera. We'll ride along with Herbst again. He is running 98. Where's he at? In 8th spot. Looking back there on Brandon Jones. Oops, sorry. As we are 22 laps in of 178, 23 laps in a stage 1 of 45. As Chandler Smith still leads this crew with Austin Hill, Cole Custer, and Nemechek, and AJ Allmendinger, the Dinger. So, hope you guys are enjoying the race. Make sure you're hitting that like button for us. We're almost to 100 likes, 5 more to go. But we'll try to give you some more in-car. There's only 4 in-car cameras for Xfinity. Tomorrow we'll have a whole bunch more. So make sure you're subscribing to the channel and having a good time. Tomorrow we'll be doing some more NASCAR here on the channel. So, and I know the race tomorrow is on Fox, so not everybody will want to have to watch it on YouTube. But if you watch it on Fox, you can be in the chat as well, hanging out, talking to some other NASCAR fans. So, Mr. C, you think 98's going to win? We'll see. We'll see. We will see. But I like that, Mr. C. I want to see Eric Jones run an Xfinity car again. I think he would get another shot if Gibbs' car again. I mean, he's doing. I mean, he's gonna do well in the. We'll see how what are they called? The 43 does tomorrow. The Toyotas look pretty fast. But Legacy Motor Club, they got a good little section of drivers now. Let's see. And they also got Matt Kenseth joined Legacy Motor Club to kind of teach these boys some stuff too as well. So we're in lap 26 of 45 here. Are you watching on YouTube TV and muted listening to you? Awesome. So cool. Sweet. Why not? He won it before. Well, he could. You might have to get YouTube TV Xfinity. It's just getting too expensive. All right, back at it here.
Caitlin Clark, the all-time NCAA women's scoring leader, is only 18 points away from Pistol Pete's NCAA scoring record. Now in her final home game, she leads
399 to go.
Witness
to
history
10K.
Tomorrow, 12:30
399.
Fox. Go ahead, Logano. Work the
22 with the double deuce. They're strong this weekend. Look out. Look out.
Thank you for that over on Facebook.
Look at the advantage for Chandler Smith.
Thank you for liking the stream, Terry, on Facebook.
Who, after sliding on the restart, is rebounded. Just got by Cole Custer for second.
I think he will. Link and Kim. Paint job is slick.
Here we see Ryan Ellis get really loose right there. We don't know what happened. We don't have all the cameras up top because of the wind, but obviously a huge save right there. I could tell you what, if he was loose before, after sliding like that, he's really loose now as he took a little bit of life off those rear tires.
He was 20th, fell back to 26, but is rebounded up to 24th. Let's go to Josh.
Yeah, just for an update of the two of Jesse Love. I talked to him earlier today, and he was talking about the fact that this is the first race this season.
Thank you, 9600 Curtis. Appreciate it, buddy.
Last night they spent a lot of time working, learning what he was missing in practice. He said he had to try a lot of things, being that this is his first time here. It's going to be a learning process, but that's not hurting the confidence that that 2 car and that 2 team has heading into this race.
Go Jesse Love, Steven says.
Incredible start of the season on the super speedways. This is such a different racetrack. As you see the 97 Van Gisbergen on pit road opening the hood. Not good. Regan?
Oh, SVG.
Joey radioed in about a lap ago. The temperatures are rising on that car, inside that car on the oil temperatures. The next lap, he said the team called him to the pit box, said get in here immediately.
That's tough. I mean, the lack of experience that Shane brings to the table on these ovals.
He had such a good run last week.
Is going to be the biggest difference for him.
Deegan's moving up.
Lose that experience.
They're good at 20th
I'm sure he was
spot.
really looking forward to this weekend. Is definitely going to sting. Hopefully he gets back out there.
He also didn't get much practice either.
No.
They had a hard time through tech. They only got a few laps of practice. Really fighting from behind the 8 ball a little bit.
But he was hanging tough, 23rd, right around where he qualified yesterday.
He finished qualified like
for the
20th, maybe. I don't know.
Zealand.
25th.
See Austin Hill here trying to wrap that line. He and Cole Custer seem somewhat evenly matched here as John Hunter's kind of bypassed both of them. He and Chandler Smith are
Custer in third.
If anything, John Hunter's a little bit quicker. Should be interesting to see how this progresses throughout the stint, but they've clearly separated themselves as the 2 dominant cars. If you look further back in the field, some guys are actually flirting with that outside lane. Parker Kligerman, one of the first ones to do it. Justin Allgaier already up to 8th. Interesting to see how this track changes as Shane goes to the garage.
What a shame there. You wonder here too, overheating wise, there's a lot of garbage that gets blown onto the racetrack, from the grandstands. Everyone's hot dog wrappers is blown right out of their hand, and where's it go? Onto the racetrack. And I know one thing for qualifying for us, there was garbage all over the place in turns 1 and 2.
13 to go here, y'all.
These guys will deal with all day long, that they may get a little bit of trash up on that grill, and finding ways to clear it is going to be key.
Racing for third, 2 veterans, Hill and Cole Custer.
Custer just finally get a taste of that outside lane, and it seems like it's in. It's going to be in for a little while here, I think. Parker Kligerman was one of the first ones to go up there and do it, and it's cleaned off. Clearly has some speed.
It's
great
it's
defense
fine.
mechanism.
No rain.
For getting a car on your inside.
Yeah,
just
the first
kind of
couple laps up
overcast
when
with
you move
those
up in the
winds.
racetrack, it's always a little nerve-wracking. You're like,
no, he's
how hard
not.
can I push it? And then you got someone breathing down your throat here with Austin Hill trying to pass you, and you're like, I want to get a little bit higher. I want to push it a little bit more, but I don't know if it's clean or not. I don't know how much grip there's going to be. Oh, no, yeah, if I make a mistake, I hit the wall, and it's over.
And last lap, Cole was like, oh, I'm going to split this seam and see how it feels like. That last lap, he was like, yep, it has grip. I'm going to go up there and go right above the top seam and carry the speed. And he's got confidence that, I mean, Austin's going to really struggle to complete this pass without that momentum.
He might get him right here. No, he's not. You can see Cole get another run down the back straightaway here.
Thank you
and
for
that's
that
something all the
subscribe.
spotters are watching. They're saying, hey, top looks pretty good. Don't be afraid of it. And that's something I look for out of my spotter, Coleman, all the time is I might not want to be the
dropped
first
down
one
to
up there,
one,
but I
dropped
don't want
one
to be the
spot.
last
She
either.
was in
Let
20th.
me know how it looks.
That
and
11,
I'll
Josh
give it a
Williams
shot.
moving on up, too.
Want to be the second one.
Second or third feels pretty good.
Tell me somebody's already done it once and not crashed. I'm thinking about going up there.
Exactly.
It's funny, they came down the front straightaway and off of turn 4, Custer almost at the wall. Hill cuts down below the white line on the apron as they cross the start-finish line. Two schools of thought, and here they are into 3.
Yeah, it's something you could do here. You can shortcut this front straightaway quite a bit underneath the apron, and you'll see that all day long. They'll try to shortcut it. You go way down at the bottom where it says Pennzoil, way down there, and it's a lot of distance cut off for sure, but you don't get the draft. That's the negative to it.
That was a great sponsor plug.
Yeah,
and accurate information.
It is the Pennzoil 400 tomorrow.
It is. It is.
And the Pennzoil Mustang is starting first, by the way.
Joey's a professional. I gotta learn a few things from you. Chandler Smith still kicking butt.
Advantage almost 2 seconds.
That 81 looking good.
John Hunter Nemechek.
He's only been like a tenth or so
replace some of the
faster John
emojis
Hunter
that we
has
have
over Chandler as he's now kind of working into the bulk of lap traffic, which is it's difficult around these mile-and-a-half racetracks, especially when okay, there's a dominant lane and a non-dominant lane, but now the racetrack's gotten wide and the lap cars have got to figure out where they want to go, and then you got to figure out where they're going to be. It's not as straightforward anymore when there's so many lanes, so it makes it harder to manage, and it's always harder to manage it as the leader because once you've been lapped, the lap guy just accepts the fact that he's behind people. He doesn't care about the second place car. He just lets him go. So it's a difficult spot to be in as see AJ pushing the limits there.
This is what makes this racetrack so much fun for the race car driver. That you can go anywhere you want. I know it's such a different style of racing. If you're new to NASCAR and you watch the first 2 weeks at Atlanta and Daytona, you see that packed super speedway racing. This is something that a lot of the drivers are more used to, and the driver has more control of. You can come out of the gas. You hear him lifting right here, rolling down into the corner. Cars way up by the wall like A.J. Allmendinger. Riley Herbst at the very bottom, splitting cars. This is really, really fun.
7 to
That's
go.
a good time as a race car driver. You can pick
all right, so we have members. You got 2 new emojis now. I got rid of SVG and Mayor since they're out.
I hope someone goes with me. I got to make a move, and hopefully my teammates near me think about these different things. This is all about you. You can be selfish as you want to be. Go racing and run different lanes. It is a blast as a race car driver to come to a place like Vegas.
These guys still haven't left each other alone. This is getting good. As you see them, they're working closer and closer to that outside wall, which tells me that rubber is starting to get laid down up there, and it's getting a little bit more difficult to run up there. As Riley Herbst saw him a little loose at the beginning of the run, starting to wrap this line, be disciplined. The same things that won him this race last time in the fall.
So there are your new emojis. I added the 39 and the 81 since he's the leader.
They put setup in, make sure we're good late in the run, and could be indicative of what we will see in that final stage. Herbst, as you said, doing the things he did here in the fall, gets by Allmendinger, and now peeking below his teammate
probably not.
As we come to 4 to go in the stage.
Yeah, it looks really solid. I know one thing. If I'm Riley Herbst and I won by, what was it, 17 seconds? 14.
Oh, boy.
When we come back, we're just going to bring the same setup. There's no sense of changing anything.
And talk about lap traffic here. A lot of tough decisions being made, and Riley knows what his car's like on the bottom here. That's the worst spot.
Definitely doing
to get a car
Nashville
right on your door
for sure.
And just having to give up all that momentum because you
Did
can
Mayor
see
crash?
even
Yeah,
with 3 cars in
he
front
got
of him,
in
Riley
it
was
with
still better than the 00
Parker
and the 21 at wrapping the line there.
He just gets on that paint. There's a little bit of grip on that paint. As you get down there, it's a little smoother surface than the asphalt is. It grips up a little bit. If you can be disciplined enough and your car is capable of doing it, you're able to find some speed, which Riley has figured out at this track right now.
I feel like it's very similar to how
right
we
along
described
Riley Herbst
old
again.
Atlanta. Kevin Harvick line, wrapping the paint. I feel like each year that becomes more and more relevant as this track gets age on it. It's been pretty interesting because I think the guys that go run the top, you saw Cole run the top to defend his position. I think that just delayed the inevitable for him, to be honest. He was struggling with his car.
Let's see who else
Top's
we got.
kind of a bailout. You don't see the guy winning the race,
no one else available at this time.
Well, 2 laps to go. You got to do whatever you could do to just get by the next couple.
24 cars on the lead lap. Right now, J.J. Yaley in the free pass position, so he would get that lap back once the caution comes out to end the stage, if everything stays status quo here.
Hoping to this year. I want to do Nashville. Haven't been there in a long time. Yeah, let me know.
Through all
for
the
sure,
lap traffic,
sir.
it's been just under 2 seconds the whole time. So I think pit stops are going to be super critical between restarts as far as who's going to be able to come out on top on this deal. Right now, it looks like either Chandler Smith, John
Rick,
Hunter,
do you hear about Acuna's injury?
Look really fast.
You just don't want to lose control of the race
tightens.
if you're Chandler Smith, and he has been in charge so far. Qualifies on the front row, dominant in stage 1, gets the lead from the jump, and he's going to have the advantage for the entire 45 laps.
Congratulations, Chandler Smith.
Stage 1
we see
winner,
those 81s.
Smith.
Chandler Smith.
He continues to impress at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 3rd stage win of his career. He won at Richmond last year, and that's the last time he was able to win in stage 1. Perhaps some foreshadowing for later in the race for the driver from Georgia.
All right, so caution is out. Congratulations, Chandler Smith, dominating that first stage. Let's take a look here. How many laps did he lead? He led 45 of the 46, or the 45 laps. He led them all, except Cole Custer led the first one. So there it is. Deegan, if you guys are wondering about Deegan, she's still in 20th spot. Josh Williams moving up to 18th at 11 moving. Jesse Love there in 2nd. Corey Heim in 14th. He's running the guy from the trucks. He's running an Xfinity. He's not eligible for points, though. Sheldon Creed there in 11th. Parker Klingerman, 8th. Allgaier, 7th. AJ Dinger, Cole Custer, Herbst, Justin Hill, John Hunter Nemechek in 2nd. And then Chandler Smith. So appreciate y'all hanging out. Eric dropping the 81, the 20, and the 19. Yeah. Have you met? Yes, I have. I have met Denny a couple times now. I met him at Daytona. I met him at Bristol. Yep. I've known him pretty. I don't know him well, but I know some of his people inside of his camp as well. Herbst got by Custer. Yeah. Herbst is now in 4th spot. He felt really confident pre-race talk. A lot of people picked him to win the race. Well, it was his birthday last week. I picked him to win the race last week. It was his birthday. But is Denny Hamlin mean? A lot of people, everybody has their own opinions. Where's the 39? The 39 is in 9th place. Sieg is in 9th place. Front row Joe. That's right. Joe is daddy. Front row Joe. Where's the 9? The 9, Brandon Jones in 10th. Maybe they will. That'd be nice. Get it like a super speedway for Texas. Thank you, Faded Playas Eminem 2 for that subscribe. Appreciate that, y'all. Keep on hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 150 on the likes. That's our new goal, 150. And we'll move to 200 after that. But thank you guys so much for all the love today. Tomorrow we'll be doing the NASCAR Cup Series. And we hope to see y'all there tomorrow. The stream is not up yet, but it will be tonight. So look for that. We'll have the emojis ready and all that good stuff too. So hope to see every single one of y'all. Wow, Rick gifting 10 more members. Rick, thank you so much, man. Lyndon, Chad, Jared, awesome. Northern Fantasy Toys, Tom L, Justin Roberts, The Intimidator, Leaf P and Brandon Barrett, congratulations. Welcome to the membership for the month. We hope for you to stick around for another month. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships. For a whole month of March, you get it all the way till April. Awesome. Thank you, man. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Rick. You're awesome, dude. Thank you so much. NASCAR Cup on regular Fox. Yes, it is. All right, here we go. Back to the audio.
We're one stage in. I haven't said anything stupid yet. So.
What's up, Gator? What's up, dude?
Wait.
What's up, man? How you doing, buddy?
That's a yeah.
Good to see you, my friend.
I don't know if Larry McReynolds has any stats
you
on when
and
I start
Pierce
saying stupid
get
stuff
together.
after long races. So.
He had stats for
you
everything.
Getting to see Pierce, or you still not feeling well?
He's got stats on stupid stuff from the booth.
Joey's a bad influence on me too.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
This is a tough combination.
Come on.
Well, he laughs at everything.
That's awesome.
So I just keep leveling up until it gets to where no one laughs.
Got a bit of a Kenny Wallace laugh. I get it.
They're big on Hamlin myself, but when it comes to calling him mean, I wouldn't go that far. Exactly. Everybody has their own
Saturday afternoon from Vegas.
Screaming
the wind
Boat
has
Willie,
been
what's
the
up?
theme of the day.
Good to see
Gusts
you
of
too.
70 miles per hour. In fact, we don't even have all of our camera folks out because it's just not safe. And I want to give a nod to the spotters up above us here in the television booth because they got a hard job as well.
I think wind is the drinking word of this weekend.
Get some.
First pit stops of the day for those running up front. And they come under caution into stage one. They're heading your way, Regan.
Adam Parker Kligerman in the 48 cars lost one spot since the start of the race. His car, as it's gone on, has transitioned to very, very tight. He needs help with the car in the center of the corner. And the 16 of A.J. Allmendinger also struggling with that car being a little bit wiggly off the wall. He doesn't have the comfort that he wants as he turns off to the wall into the corner. Transitions from loose at the start of the run to very tight as the run goes on. Josh?
For the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek, his biggest concern, he can't wrap the line the way he wants to in 1 and 2. Said, I need a little more turn in the front end mid-exit. As far as the 81 of Chandler Smith, your stage 1 winner, at 49 laps so far, said 3 and 4 is his biggest concern right now. They want to help him out a little bit with that, guys.
Look like some issues on pit road for the 81. You pick pits here based on how you qualified last week. And Chandler goes in the wrong direction. Hill wins the race off pit road +2. Herbst was good +2 as well.
Thank you, new follower on Facebook. Thank you so much over there.
So now's your time. Have a voice in your...
Well, let's try to dial up Chandler Smith, even though he just lost a bunch of spots. Hopefully he's not too sore about it. Chandler Smith, Joey Logano in the Fox booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. Got you, buddy. What's up?
Well, you were really fast here last year in a Collet car.
This is a race?
Really
Thought it was a PGA tournament, yeah, right?
In a Gibbs car. To me, there's one common denominator. The driver, and you deserve a raise. This is what we decided in here. What do you think about that?
I think you should talk to my superiors. I like that.
I think us drivers need to stick together. Obviously, you got your work cut out for you now. They got a really fast car. You lost a few spots on pit road. How are you going to get through it?
Yeah, I feel like we have a really fast number 81 quick type rock.
A lot of people call it senior mean. What's up, Sam
It's going to be a little different with being back in dirty air. I felt a little bit of that in practice, and also
our partner channel.
On the green flag right from the get-go, just being put 3 wide middle. So, yeah, no, I'm excited about it, though. I feel like we have a really fast car, and hopefully we put on a decent show for you fans.
Copy that. Good luck in there, man.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
I love his confidence despite the setback on pit road. Chandler still inside the top 10. J.J. Yaley got the free pass here. We're ready for stage 2 when we return.
All right. Samuel B12, The Experience. What's up, Sam? Good to see you, our partner channel. Make sure you go check out my man, Samuel B12, The Experience. Let's see. Here is his commercial right here. Make sure you check out my man, Sam. He's doing Toronto Maple Leaf hockey. If you're a big NHL guy, make sure you're checking him out. He does an amazing job at play-by-play, game audio, all that good stuff. If you like NHL, this is his channel. He's got a great NHL community. Make sure you go check out my man, Samuel B12, The Experience. He's awesome. So there he is, Samuel B12. And he's also going to be doing some Toronto Blue Jays baseball as well, probably after NHL season's over. So if you like Major League Baseball, Toronto Blue Jays, he's your man as well. But there he is. And he does live play-by-play hockey. That's right. There it is. So All right. Go Bolts, Kenny says. Hey, we also do Nashville Predator hockey here on the channel. Haven't really been doing too much of it. They're on a great win. They're on the best winning streak right now in the NHL. And the Nashville Predators, 7 wins in a row. They play tonight against Colorado. That should be interesting. But they are red hot. They're in the wild card now for the playoffs. So I don't know what I'm going to do if they make the playoffs. But we try to do at least one game. We didn't get to do one last week, but maybe we'll get one in this week, definitely against Buffalo. But make sure you guys are hitting that like button for us. We're trying to get to 150 on the likes. Keep on hitting that subscribe. We're definitely getting there. We are less than 400 subs away from 10K. Our march to 10K continues here in the month of March. They are tearing it up. They're better now than they were. They are better now than they were. So audio about to come back here for you guys here in just a second. So there is the in-car camera of Austin Hill. He is in first place. He came out of the pits first. Looking back on the second place car, Herbst. So under caution right here, as we're going to get back to it here in just a second. Hope everybody's having a good time today. Clouds do look kind of weird. What's up, Butterfly? What's going on? How are you doing? Appreciate you being here too. We'll show some more in-car cameras here in a little while, but we'll be getting back to the green here in just a second. 129 lines. Just thank you so much, Butterfly. If V's streaming, make sure you tell him I said what's up. What happened to Chandler Smith? I'm not sure. He's back in 7th. Bad pit stop, I guess. 15-second pit stop. Viva Las Vegas.
Opening run of the day. John Hunter Nemechek, obviously a cup full-timer, but the rest of the drivers that had it pay out in stage 1, Chandler Smith wins the stage.
He had a 19-second pit stop. That's what happened.
6 points. Justin Allgaier from the back to the top 10 picks up 4 stage points. And a nice day for Ryan Sieg, who was 22nd in the first 2 races of the year, starts inside the top 10 and stays there. 81 team talking things over. They had an issue with the jack, so they had that extended stop.
Okay, there you go. He had an issue with the jack.
Chandler was 5 seconds slower than the stop of Austin Hill. That's why he's going to restart outside the top 5. And as we prepare to return to the green flag, we remind you the Toyota GR Supra is leading the field today.
Oh, yeah, different front row here. You got Riley Herbst, who talked about how good he's been on the long haul. Now he's got some air to start. Austin Hill was pretty solid in the first stage. Right behind him, John Hunter Nemechek, starting in that outside second row position. We see him being strong, too.
Here we go, green flag, boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys!
Stage 2, underway at Vegas.
Just some fruit punch.
Chandler Smith took that outside lane coming from row 4.
Let's go,
we'll see how aggressive the 81 is here.
Looks like there's a bunch of trash on the grill of the 21 there. It's inside lane, outside lane, pretty even going into turn 3. Austin's trying to get clear.
Into the turn.
That's a huge piece of trash on Austin Hill's car. And as the leader, there's no one really to clear that off of. That's going to drive really nice for a little bit. That creates a lot of downforce, but you got to cool your engine somehow.
Side by side for second, side by side for fourth. Getting after it on the restart. This is
that's tight.
Right in front of Nemechek.
Clear, got it.
Still tight.
Still tight.
Got him right in there.
Clear. As a driver, nothing that ticks me off more than that. I'm like, come on, man.
Nemechek pushed himself in there.
Remember that later in the race.
And then Riley knows, I think he's got a really fast car on the long haul. He's got to survive the first few here. Keep himself in the game. Stay close. John Hunter Nemechek just took the lead pretty easily.
I wonder if he was trying
Hunter
to get
Nemechek. Let me see those 20s in the chat, y'all. 20s in the chat.
Still doesn't have it off.
Didn't even expect that to happen. Pretty big momentum loss off of 4. He's got a problem.
No, I think you hit it right on, Austin. He's trying to clear that off.
This is Austin Hill looking back.
And for the 21 of Austin Hill, like you guys are saying, he's got debris on the front of that car. They told him to drop back and do what you can to get low so you could get some help to get that debris off the car.
You guys get so tight on the car in front of you to create enough back pressure to get the air turbulent enough basically to get that garbage off. You got to get right on somebody.
And that's not a
yeah,
small
that's what we're telling you to back it off.
Sometimes you're thinking about like a hot dog wrapper. That looks like a plastic bag.
That's what I was going to say.
Covered up almost the entire grill screen.
Isn't that crazy how it just sticks like that?
Yeah, and he's already given up a lot of spots. He's already
something in the water. What's
spots.
up?
He's back to 5th from the lead.
It tells you how hot it's gotten.
He's still got to do more.
I haven't heard about that something in the water. I just know that he's not with NBC anymore. That's all I know.
In the red car, 0-0.
I have not heard that though.
Kligerman. They're all going by Austin Hill. There it goes.
I think it went there.
Yeah, after he goes from the lead to 8th.
Yeah, 7th place. He's kind of holding off Parker Kligerman here.
Top 3 getting after it. Nemechek leads. Great day for Joe Gibbs Racing. He and Chandler Smith have both led laps. 2nd place is Riley Herbst, and Smith, after the issues on pit road, is right back in the game talking about Chandler in the 81.
Riley's really committed to the bottom there, and you can already see some of his strength come in after those first 4 or 5 laps, low air, kind of like what you were talking about, Joey. You get through that.
That's all I heard. He went to Amazon.
Saved Riley from getting swallowed up by more.
You don't have to worry about that. I have Amazon.
This front 3 from this
next year.
This pack behind him.
Yeah, and Chandler Smith, we've seen him lead so many laps there in the beginning. He's right back there after a bad pit stop, back up to 3rd. This right here, I believe, is the 3 best cars. It might be at different points of the run, but right now, there's no doubt Chandler Smith is the fastest car on the racetrack if he's able to clear the 2 cars in front of him. He's just got to race them and try to figure out a way around them.
I'm not going to say leading all the laps in the opening stage is not impressive, but that clean air, as we know, is an outstanding thing to have on your side. What is impressive, you get compromised on this restart, and here he is battling through traffic and hanging with some of the other top cars. No doubt the 81 is a powerhouse today.
Well, and the part that can change for him, as he's in
that trash is always an issue, Martin says.
Right, and as you're up front, you're kind of going to manage your car. You can keep the car loose.
As he spoke up, you think that's why? I don't think so.
When you're in traffic, there he goes.
He's got a lot of confidence in his car.
Yeah,
that's proof of it.
For sure. That's incredible to be able to do that.
Chandler Smith bringing it back after that issue on pit road, moving to 2nd now.
From that pit stop, and you brought him right back up.
I told him he deserved the race. If that doesn't prove it, guys, I don't know. I'll take my 10% later.
If he buys a boat after the race, you should get paid.
I did at least get a ride on the boat once or twice.
Now we look at our Toyota top performers. Nemechek leading. He's led 6 laps so far here in stage 2. Chandler Smith, as we said, dominant from the front row, is 2nd right now. Sheldon Creed has been quiet outside the top 10.
A whole bunch of people will be here, Patrick.
Stop early. He's 14th. And Corey Heim driving for Sam Hunt, first start of the year for the full-time.
I mean, it's not on TV right now.
He's been positive this weekend.
It's on FS1.
Inside the top 15 and 15th right now is the driver of the 26.
Our first taker there, Eric Amarola, all the way to the outside groove. Kind of getting to that point of the run where we're 20 laps in and tires are starting to fall off, lap times are starting to come down. And, Eric's been on a slow charge back to the front here. I expect him to get better and better as this race goes on, as he starts to learn this car a little bit more. And
looks a little loose to me there.
Yeah. It's going to pay off on the long run, though, being that free with the tight build, with the tires. All of them were talking about it. So it should be interesting to see how he goes.
19 laps completed this 45 in stage 2 here.
Started on the pole. He's 8th right now, Josh.
And the problem at the end of stage 1 was Cole Custer was complaining that his car was too tight. Well, they made an air pressure and a track bar adjustment.
I mean, that's what they do at NFL, right?
Came over the radio saying now the car is way too loose, handling worse than it did in stage 1, guys.
Got plenty of time to work
Cole
on it.
Custer reporting he's loose.
Adjustment coming here when we wrap stage 2. We're almost halfway home in the second stint of the race. Nemechek leading his teammate Chandler Smith at Vegas.
All right, so John Hunter, Nemechek leading Chandler Smith, the 81, and then Riley Herbst, AJ Allmendinger, the Dinger, in 4th place. Justin Allgaier in 5th. Austin Hill in 6th. Ryan Sieg in 7th, Cole Custer in 8th, Parker Klingerman in 9th, and Sammy Smith in 10th spot. So thank you guys so much for tuning in here. If you want to see where your favorite driver is, let me know where it's at. I will bring it over there and let you see where they're at. So scroll up here now. Deegan back to 24th. She started 18th, so I don't know what happened there. JJ Yaley back there on the last lap. If there was a caution, Jeremy Clements or BJ McLeod or one of these guys will get the lucky dog. But out of the race, SVG, Sage Karam, and Sam Mayer all out of the race due to some issues. So that is your running order. There's my pick, Jesse Love in 12th spot. So there is that. Hope everybody's doing well and hanging out here on a Saturday. Hope your Saturday afternoon's good. I'm glad y'all get to join us. We did the qualifying for NASCAR Cup Series. Before this, we had a great crowd. Hopefully have some more friends in here as it's going. Did anyone else see Jamie Little interview with Kenny Wallace? I did not. But Kenny Wallace gave his opinion on why Dale Jr. left NBC, and I haven't got to watch it yet. But definitely going to check that out. Happy Saturday, Butterfly. Yes. Good to see you hanging out here, Butterfly. I'm sure V's having a good time with his Dodger streams with all those Otanis. We did one. Thank you from Ireland. Awesome. And Andrew, appreciate you being here, Andrew. So make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe. We kind of slowed down a little bit on that. Keep on hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 150 on the likes. We're trying to get to 9650 on the subscribe. But thank you for all the subscribes today. We appreciate you guys. So let's see. I think I have social media. Make sure you go to check out my social media here. On the Go at CeeLo is my Facebook page. CeeLord16 is my Twitter. We're on streaming right now on the Go at CeeLo. We're streaming on Twitter as well on CeeLord16. And we're streaming on Twitch, which is all one word, On the Go with CeeLo. And then On the Go at CeeLo 1 is my Instagram, and On the Go at CeeLo is my TikTok. So make sure you check all those out. Follow me, like me, subscribe to me, whatever you need to do. You'll never miss a stream. And we're back at the audio right now.
We were watching this during the national anthem, and I got to tell you, earning her money down there on the stage. This was just unbelievable. All these shots from pre-race and just how windy it is today.
I know you are. I know.
In Las Vegas. Supposed to calm down for you guys tomorrow, as I understand it, looking at the forecast.
Rick says you should watch the Jamie interview. I will.
For the Cup race. But our Fox weather, and I keep thinking there's a typo, gusting up to 70 miles per hour, but you can feel it outside for sure.
I'm telling you, I said this before the race started. I've never been at the racetrack where it's been this windy and seen race cars go around the racetrack. The gust is what gets you. If it's a constant steady state wind, you can anticipate it. You kind of know what's coming. But when you get a big gust of wind in the middle of the corner, you are along for the ride at that point. So you see these drivers, and I got to think that a little bit in turns 3 and 4, where a lot of the wind is pushing them down into the corner and then hitting their door. Yeah, it seems like they're hitting the very, very bottom of the racetrack or the very top up next to the wall. You got to think they're kind of shading themselves a little bit away from the wind.
Let's go for a ride here with Chandler Smith, second right now behind his teammate Nemechek.
Chandler obviously pretty fast. Let's see how much he comes out of the gas here. Nope, maybe not.
Still see the throttle there.
Well, here's another young driver that's been impressive, and I know our expectations have gone through the roof with Jesse Love, the rookie driver for Richard Childress Racing, because he won poles the last 2 weeks and so close to winning last week at Atlanta. You come to this track for the first time, so much to manage, and he's hanging in there in that 2-car for RCR.
He's challenged inside the top 10, and he's obviously shoving the 8-car down into the corner.
Right along with Austin Hill.
Putting up a good fight here, trying to get stage points. And I think a solid top 10 would be good for Jesse here at his first real mile-and-a-half race.
We'll ride along for a full lap here.
You know, it's so different than super speedway racing. You have so much more to learn. And, you know, when you get in these Xfinity races, you know, knowing what you need in the race when you're practicing is key. Right, having it like, oh, my car drives good in practice, great. That means we need to do this, this, and this before the race starts so we're good in the race. You don't know that stuff really well until you race there a couple times. That's what makes it so hard being a rookie in this sport.
There's the turn here, the travel.
Hard to do for the first time is manage lap traffic as the lead, as a second-place car. As you see Chandler Smith tracking down John Hunter Nemechek. He's been probably about a tenth or two faster than John Hunter each lap, and you know, that exit off of 2 there, trying to figure out where that lap car is going to go is one of the more challenging things to do. But I think this is going to heat up before the end of the stage.
It seems like he's hanging right with him. Look at Riley Herbst. He's right there, too. We know he's a long-run car. And he's still bottom feeding there. He kind of missed the bottom a little bit that corner.
I'm anxious to see what Riley does in the final stage when we get that long green flag run, because we've had the medium run so far, right, in these first 2 stages, and perhaps that 98's got what it takes over the real long haul, Regan.
Well, Adam, I'm interested to see Parker Kligerman.
James Weber, follow on Facebook.
Told me earlier today that he was going to wrap the line all day long. I was going to run nowhere other than on the white line. Well, you see now he's moved up to the top of the racetrack, started making some good time up there. Radio to a number of other teams was, hey, Parker Kligerman is making time up on the wall. You're seeing cars start to creep up to the top. These guys are going wherever they can right now to find the grip.
Yeah, Parker is one of the first ones to move up top, as Regan said, and other guys have followed suit, but he's been at the leading edge, you know, pushing the gray, pushing the dust up. You know, 3 and 4, you know, guys have comfort to do it. It's a more grip limited corner, but 1 and 2 is pretty challenging to do it in, and Parker's been doing it lap after lap and making lap time, and has made some pretty good passes while doing it.
We were talking about Jesse Love, up to 9th now.
Past the series champ.
And learning more and more as the day continues. Another sign of how talented he is and what he's going to bring to the table here as a rookie.
You brought up Cole Custer, the series champ. You talked about how, what did he say, he was loose? He must be hanging on to this thing right now, hoping that, you know, 12 to go. Can I just get to a caution, please, to stop the bleeding? He's just trying to survive long enough to where he can get a caution.
12 laps to go. Stage 2, Nemechek, Chandler Smith, Herbst, Allgaier, Allmendinger, the top 5. We're side by side on FS1.
Alrighty. Appreciate y'all hanging out here. As it 12 to go here in stage 2. 12 to go in stage 2. And John Hunter Nemechek continues to lead Chandler Smith. So keep hitting that like button for us and subscribing to the channel, y'all. So 11 to go. 11 to go here. Bring in your in-car camera so you guys can watch something here. Not too many in-car cameras. So Austin Hill.
Goes into it, so you can pour out of it.
So you're telling me this bouncer pass gets us into the Creation Museum too? Yep. How cool is that? What are we waiting for? Let's go. Whoa, is that a mastodon? This is gonna be awesome. Let's forget that. It's Friday Night Smackdown. That's the best. You guys ever go? Friday Night Smackdown, sponsored by Progressive. 7 Central on Fox.
All right, coming back here in a second. Thank you for that. Thank you guys so much for everything, y'all. Side by side, we are here at Vegas. And we got 8 laps to go. John Hunter Nemechek leading Chandler Smith by a half a second for stage 2 here. They're dominating right now, yeah. Those 2 Toyotas, that's what I'm saying. These Toyotas are going to be good tomorrow, too. The Toyotas are going to be good. I'd say anyone in the top 12 can win Vegas. Tends to get nuts. 18, 20 laps to go. That's right. Seven laps to go. Chandler Smith brought it in out less than a half a second now. He's moving in on John Hunter Nemechek.
Las Vegas for NASCAR's Xfinity Series. Nemechek continues to lead, but Chandler Smith is there inside of a half a second back now.
Oh, it's going to be a battle from here. 6 to go at the end of the stage. This is going to be quite the cat and mouse game. Trying to find clean air is going to be everything, Austin, as you see Chandler on the bottom right there, trying to find that clean air. This is going to be a good race.
I think it's going to come down to lap traffic in a lot of ways. I mean, maybe John Hunter's had a big enough lead. He's felt like he's maybe conserved his car a little bit. There could be a little cat and mouse going on, but Chandler has been consistently knocking this lead down, but it's not been at a high rate of speed. You know, it's been tenths of a second throughout the entire stage. So when he gets there, it's going to be a difficult pass to make because they are so equal. But no doubt, Chandler Smith has the best car here today.
This is where you want a car that's versatile. I always say, I want a car when I go to Vegas that I can run the bottom and I can run the top. Because the problem is you're going to catch the car in front of you if you have a good car. That's great. But if you can't go somewhere else to form a run, what good is it?
Well, you're also very predictable. You know, John Hunter would know what lane he's going to have to cover. If I can only run the bottom, if I can only run the top, it's very easy to manage the lead when you know where your guy's going to go.
That last car they went around Jeremy Clements, he was already a lap down, so he's now 2 laps behind. 467 starts for Clements, top 5 all time in the Xfinity Series.
4 laps to go, y'all.
Focus on the top 2.
He's got a good little run
there now.
I feel like he needs to duck to the top one of these laps. He's very committed to the bottom, but we've seen the top work so far.
Oh, he came up off the line a little bit. That's not quite enough. Almost enough right now for John Hunter Nemechek as the leader. It is so key. He sees that Chandler Smith cannot come off the bottom in 3 and 4. He has to cover that.
He had an issue with his car. SVG is out. Dark Shadows, what's up, man?
Down that left side of your car.
And what Chandler's trying to do, he's trying to get that right front headlight right on that left rear quarter. That's the game he's playing. He's trying to dive into the bottom, the lane he wants to be in, and basically use air to move John Hunter out of it. But he's got to be way closer than he is right now, even the last lap. But that air gap
right there,
Joe was talking about, that's a huge opportunity.
Look how much he gained, too. Just gave a little gap right there.
Reeling him in, y'all.
Very much. I need that air.
Reeling him in.
Run.
There's no lap traffic ahead of here.
2 laps to go.
Something in the water. Has Joey Logano said anything about the fine? No, he has not.
Bottom. John Hunter shuts it off, but who can hold the line better? Hear him throttle up early, able to get that sniff of clean air. Should be able to. I bet you he's going to dive down and try and pack air on this left rear if he can hold in on entry.
Nemechek flirting with the wall off of turn 2. Going to be 1 to go in the stage as they come back to the start-finish line this time.
Oh, he chopped him on the exit there, so he was able to keep that clean air off of Chandler Smith. So really smart move, reacting to what he did wrong the last lap. Should be a fun little finish here.
And Chandler Smith has got to go to the opposite side right here. He goes to the top.
Come on now.
In 1 and 2, so it's trying to get the run off on the back straightaway.
To clamp this right rear. Doesn't happen.
Crossover.
Get that side draft. What's John Hunter do here? Is no momentum.
Chandler Smith inside of his teammate. Final lap, stage 2 at Vegas.
Going down to get him.
There goes the 81.
Nemechek takes stage 2, Jim says.
He waited and he pounced. Get out the broom. Chandler Smith sweeping stage 1 and stage 2.
Wow.
A great example of patience.
Absolutely.
Right there. Patient about it, waited for the mistake. Saw, that John Hunter was in his mirror so much that eventually when John Hunter went to the bottom, he said, I'll take it. I'll go to the top.
Last week, Jesse Love swept stage 1, stage 2 at Atlanta.
Today,
Chandler Smith able to get it done. And here's the move on his teammate. 81's got
took it to the inside on Nemechek, and we're under caution. Under caution here. Congratulations. Another stage, another 10. That's right. All right, let's see here. As we are under caution here, going into stage 3. It's moving on pretty quick. Not many cautions here. Not many wrecks. Another 10? Oh my God. Thank you so much, sir. Rick, another 10? Wow. Dark Shadows with a membership. Lightning Hoses with a number. Shadow X with a membership. Cowboy Joe. Bucknut 278. Andrew. Marcy. Mazzy Girl. And Plagues Bunny Music Creek All. And Curtis Joseph with a gifted membership. Wow. Thank you, Rick. You're awesome, man. You're so cool. Blessed to have you in our chat. Thank you so much, man. That was even faster. Yeah, this is going on pretty quick. This thing's going to be over by 6 o'clock, 6:15, another hour. Jesse Love is coming, Justin says. Yes, he is coming. So he's there at 7th spot. But thank you so much for all the gifted memberships today. We've had 30 gifted memberships. Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you guys. Thank you, Rick and Curtis. Chris George for also becoming a member as well. Man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so you guys are MVP members. He gifted y'all MVP members. So all the ones that are MVP, I guess we're having a live stream on Monday, one-on-one live stream on Monday. We have, you get emojis, and if you hit, you see the emojis now, special CeeLo emojis, all the race car drivers, you get those. You get previews on vlogs. So we're going to probably release a Members Monday, huge Members Monday. Will be this Monday, hopefully. We'll have a vlog on Monday, a live stream on Monday, and for the MVPs, you MVP members, you will get a special live one-on-one with us, and there's no races going on, no games, no nothing going on. You'll get to have a special live stream. It's available. I'll try to plan it so you guys have time to be there. So awesome, guys. Just another stage to go, another 10 at the end. Awesome. So cool. Thank you so much, Rick. You're awesome, man. Here we go. Back to it.
NASCAR's Xfinity Series pit road is open. It's going to be Chandler Smith, Nemechek, Herbst, Allgaier, and Allmendinger. Here they are, Regan.
Well, Adam, the 16 of A.J. Allmendinger continues to have a solid day, running in 5th place right now. Still struggling with the entry just a little bit.
Justin,
though the race car
stream.
is very
Thanks
edgy,
on Facebook.
meaning it's wiggling around as he turns into the corners. Overall, the car is too tight the rest of the way around the corner. Wants to be freed up just a little bit for that. Josh?
For the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek, he said they fired off a touch free, and it got freer as that run went along. He said, overall, I just need more grip. And moving on to the 81 of Chandler Smith, has swept the stages so far. Remember, they had an issue with the jack on pit road last time. Just want a clean stop here, guys.
Race off pit road is going to be big. Who takes control for the final stint of the race? Riley Herbst jumps out. Chandler Smith is there. Give it to the 81. Then it's the
Chandler Smith, Herbst, Nemechek, Hill, Allgaier, Custer,
Jesse Love showing 7th coming off the pit lane. Almost halfway home in Las Vegas. Final stage coming your way next. It's been a great afternoon for Chandler Smith.
Got to add more Toyotas to the fantasy lineup. Yeah, they're going to be strong tomorrow. Toyotas, especially JGR. If they're looking good here, wait till you see them tomorrow. We'll see how it is. So, what time is it over? It'll probably be over by 6:15 if the way this goes. We'll see. But thanks for all the love tonight. Thanks for all the likes and subscribes. And then thank you, Rick, for almost the 30 members you have created. I think it's 30. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoy the channel. We have a great community here. And one of our partners on this channel, you saw one of them was Samuel B12. We have another one. Travel Depot, Jennifer at Travel Depot. Do you want to go to a race? Do you want to go to Disney? You want to go on a cruise? Do you just want to get away for the spring? Make sure you check out Jennifer at Travel Depot. She is a certified travel agent. She's our travel agent, and she is certified anything she does. And she can also, you give her like, this is how much I can afford to go on a trip. She'll hook you up, put that together for you, and then you'll have a good vacation to get away sometimes. Everybody deserves to get away. So make sure you check out Jennifer at Travel Depot. There's her Facebook. She has a Facebook page. She has Instagram. There's her phone number and her email. Make sure you contact her for any travel advisory you need. And tell them CeeLo sent you. So there's Jennifer at Travel Depot. All right. How's Deegan doing so far? Deegan, thank you so much, Rick. Deegan, she was in 18th after that first pit stop, but now she is in 23rd spot. Let's see. So Leland Honeyman, he's now the last car on the lead lap. And then there's CJ McLaughlin. He's in 2 laps down. Bunch of cars 2 laps down. And Sage Carmen is in 36th. The SVG, those 3 cars are out of the race. SVG had some technical issues, and then Sam Mayer crashed. I think we had the 1. Where's the 1 at? Where's the 1? I don't even see him. So Sam Mayer, I'm sorry, Sam Mayer and Parker Retzlaff collided together, so they're all out. So, all right, so we're gonna bring back the audio here in just a second, y'all. Thanks so much for hanging out here tonight. You're welcome. No problem, man. That's what we're here for. Where am I at here? Here we go. Back to it.
Tonight with a doubleheader on FS1. The Manly Sea Eagles get the South Sydney Rabbitohs at 9:30. Then at 11:30 Eastern Time, the Brisbane Broncos get the Sydney Roosters. Russell Crowe, part owner of the Rabbitohs, while Hugh Jackman is a lifelong Sea Eagles fan. And how about this? Your teammates over there doing a little jersey swap.
I tell you, Ryan Blaney is an incredible athlete, but I tell you one thing. If he played rugby, I think he would get annihilated because those guys are huge. He's a little guy.
He's a good athlete, but he does not belong.
Well, there's a Christopher Bell's going to win tomorrow.
Not that sport, because we're not great athletes.
See. Car's off on the pace car.
Stage point breakdown. Jesse Love getting 4 after qualifying 15th. Chandler Smith dominates the day, sweeping the stages. Good afternoon for Herbst Hill, Allmendinger, and Allgaier from the back.
Pretty interesting shoes here. Chandler Smith chose the outsides, worked out for him, but Riley Herbst from second chose outside right behind him. So Riley either feels like this is a higher percentage move or really feels like he can deliver a good push here to keep his second place spot.
It's weird because he's such a bottom guy the whole race so far. He gave up the front row. You'll see how this works.
Keep an eye on Kligerman, too. Went from 8th to 13th on pit road, so he's got some ground to make up.
Here we go, green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys!
To the outside lane. Hopefully see this opportunity play out.
In this fight for clean air, this is a huge deal. We talked about it. We may be setting
up
for
look
a
at Chandler Smith on the outside.
Secure that clean air as soon as possible.
Oh, Nemechek gets it.
As the two Gibbs cars are fighting for the win here, or the lead.
We've talked about Chandler Smith being able to pass him at the end, but that took
100
the
laps
entire
to go,
stage
y'all.
running all green for him to finally come back up and pass John Hunter Nemechek for the lead. So to your
Yes,
point,
sir, Antonio.
This is absolutely control of the race.
You need to fight hard right now for this.
So many times.
Wow.
That inside lane will tease you, only to have the outside lane, and all that momentum went out, but they continue to battle side by side. Nemechek
Look at them battling, these two.
20 all clear up in front of the 81.
Does he win 3 in a row if something happens to these Toyotas?
Great job of side drafting.
What up, Rick? Smith at the right What's going on?
Got him at his right rear quarter, entering the corner.
I tease you a little bit with those.
There's a car door to door.
Carol liked the stream on Facebook. Thank you so much, Carol.
He got him to his quarter, able to drive it in there really hard, clear him, set
99 of 200 to go, y'all.
Austin Hill, who had lost all that track position when he had the debris on the grill, leading early in stage 2. He's back in it, up in 4th. Good pit work by the 21 team.
Eric Almirola, top 10.
Think about it. We talk about, maybe Riley just laid up there, but he
Eric
knows
Almirola in the
that
19.
his car is in a very good short run car. He seems like he's loose, builds better and better as a run goes.
I got an emoji for that too.
Maybe that was just a hey, I know this ain't going to be my deal.
And
if I
members,
get leader here, let's see if I can just
make sure you refresh your stream. I'm sure they're there, but if they're not, let me know. You have to refresh. Your newest members, you might have to refresh the stream to get those emojis. If you are a new member, let me see those emojis in the chat. Hit those emojis. I want to see you guys use them.
Try and avoid the side draft down the front straightaway. Gets him pretty hard going into turn 1.
Hey, we talked about how hard these guys are racing right now. Neither one of them gave up the outside when they were running hard with each other. No one's letting them have it.
Nemechek so good in the Xfinity Series last year, winning 7 times for Joe Gibbs Racing, making it to the championship 4. Opened up the door for a cup ride. He's back full-time on Sundays, running for Legacy Motor Club, and going to run a number of races back in the Xfinity Series for JGR. and looking good today. But so is Chandler Smith, one of the young stars in the sport.
Thank you, Jamie, liking the stream on Facebook.
Second career victory this afternoon.
If you're Chandler, you love the idea of you're racing against Cup guy. He's not racing against Nemechek for points, but he's racing him hard because he wants to steal that lead. He's in the same equipment. He wants to prove that he's good enough to make it to this next level. That's what all these guys are here to do in this Xfinity Series, is to try and move up and race in the Cup Series. And Chandler's making a great case that he's very capable behind the wheel of this car.
Clear. Copy that. All right. I guess we're going to sit on each other with the door. Halfway straight. Please. Copy that. Just be dead.
No, you know, it's always different. Also, you can understand too is racing with your teammates is maybe the most complicated thing you can possibly do, because the rules are just different, right? Like if that wasn't his teammate and they're racing door to door, no problem, everything's good, right? And then with your teammate, you're like, hey, like, we're supposed to take care of each other. What's going on? But I want to win too. But I want to win too. Like it gets really confusing and hard to do at any level.
He's in 6th. That's right.
Let's go down to Regan.
Well, Adam, a relatively quiet day right now for Sheldon Creed, running in the 15th position. Of course, riding a rather lengthy top 5 streak right now. Going to need some good things to happen for him in order to continue that streak. Struggling with the race car right now. It's on top of the track. Can't get the car to do what he wants as he turns into the corner. And interesting from Sam McCauley, his crew chief, told him we really need to make hay on the first 20 laps of a run. Joey, you guys know up there, first 20 laps, easiest time to pass. That's when his car is the worst right now, though.
Yeah, it's tough. You want to hammer down as soon as you can and get that track position
95
as quickly
laps to
as
go.
possible, if you can. The tough part is when you can't, you sometimes can make it worse because you're trying to make big, bold moves that your car just can't do. And sometimes you have to accept that, you know what, my car just doesn't fire off as fast as I want it to today. I need to play defense instead of offense and not lose any spots here so I can take the advantage of the long run speed that I have late in the run.
The separation is just so much greater. You know, if, say, I want to be better, I have to be so much better on a long run to make up 3 or 4 spots. And on a short run, 3 or 4 spots might just be one good corner, dive down to the inside and clear a few of them, you know? So it's way better to be good on the short run and just have to defend on the long run, especially in these shorter races.
2 great veterans racing for 4th, on board with Austin Hill, who won the first 2 races of the year, won this race a season ago. Just behind him, Justin Allgaier coming from the rear today. Mentioned Parker Kligerman lost some spots on pit road in that last exchange, but he's working his way back to the top 10, jumping in front of Brandon Jones in the 9.
Keep a camera on Parker throughout this stint as well. He's going to be the first one to move up. He's been that way the last 2 stages. I think he's going to
go. Dark Shadows.
Somebody else moves up before Parker. There we go. But Parker's been making a lot of hay on that top lane, and he seems to be a believer, contrary to what he thought before the start of the race.
Let's give a shout out to Anthony Alfredo. They had a tire issue yesterday, hit the wall in practice. They took their Phoenix car, which was their backup for here, converted it to run on an intermediate. That is not plan A for any race team. They have done it. They've stayed on the lead lap, and he's knocking on the door of the top 15. Awesome effort by everyone at Our Motorsports, and look who's racing with him. It's Josh Williams in the 11. 2 finishes outside the top 30 to begin the year. Not great in qualifying yesterday, and now they're in the top 20.
Rick called that one in the 11.
And there's Kyle Weatherman in the 91. Nice effort
Josh
in
Williams in the 11. He is in 17th spot.
Congratulations to him. Married in the offseason. And just behind him, the recently engaged Haley Deegan, one of our Rookie of the Year contenders. She's inside the top 20 for AM Racing. Made her first ever start in the Xfinity Series here a couple of years ago.
Finished Chandler Smith here, riding along, following behind John Hunter Nemechek.
Still battling for the lead right here. Chandler Smith getting back underneath John Hunter Nemechek.
Oh, the camera's just a little behind, but there he goes.
It's like Nemechek. So
You just accepted that.
You're faster than me.
Thank you,
right.
Marcelo.
You know,
Appreciate that.
It's hard to give up a spot
subscribe.
early in the run because your air pressures are low, and it's hard to say, maybe I'm going to get pretty fast here in about 3 laps. I'd hate to give up the spot because in 3 laps I might
not
be able to
much.
hold you
No
off.
cautions, just
I think
green
at this
flag.
Point, you know, they run 10 laps or so since the restart. They say, all right, you got me.
She's back in 20th.
I think that was a smart move by John Hunter. Conserve his car. If they're going to race hard, they're going to bring this 98 back into the picture. think should be interesting how this plays out.
Herbst only a second back right now. Chandler Smith has led 58 laps, 90 to go in Vegas for the Xfinity Series.
All right, 90 to go, y'all. 90 to go. Appreciate y'all hanging out here with us. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Keep on hitting that subscribe. We're trying to get up some more. We're trying to get to 10K, so we're almost there. It's like the sunset. It's like I can see 10K. It's like about right here. I don't see the whole thing. I can touch it though. But keep on hitting that like button as well. We're trying to get to 200 likes tonight. Let's see if we get to 200 after now 150. Let's go to 200 likes for the day. Thanks so much for the stream. Tomorrow we'll be doing the Cup race right here. So make sure you stick with us right here for the Cup race. We should have a good time. We talk about another one of our partners. His name is Majestic Triton Travel. He is more centered on Disney and cruises, Disney cruises, a lot of Disney stuff, some Universal Studios as well. If you want to go to Disney or Universal, make sure you check out my man, Eric Riddle, with Majestic Triton Travel. Go check him out. There's his phone number and email as well. So I've got plenty of guys to help you plan some trips if you can afford it. That is it right there. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Thank you for that subscribes. Thank you, Mike. We're bringing the audio back here in just a second, guys. As we're coming down, we're in stage 3. Chandler Smith has won both stages, first and second, and now he's dominating this one. Let's see what happened. Cole Custer started on the pole, and we'll show you who's led the most laps today so far. So Hunter Nemechek's led 45. Chandler Smith has led 63. Austin Hill's led 6, and Cole Custer led the first lap. So there is but as the 3 cars that are out of the race, it's how you say it? Karum? No. Karum. I think that's how we say it. Someone pronounced it for me last time. SVG and Sam Mayer. So there it is. Thank you for that subscribe. Appreciate that. G-Franz 100. Appreciate that. You're bringing it back here. Thank you, Chris, as well, for subscribing. Appreciate that. We'll be going back here to the audio here in just a second.
We talk about bow ties and the importance of coming prepared. I mean, Joey, how do we look here?
Joey's never looked better.
You had to put a bow tie on me because there's one thing. I'm not wearing a bow tie, guys. That's just I'm drawing the line.
What's wrong with that, Joey? Tell the people. What's wrong with wearing a bow tie?
I just can't pull it off. I just don't. Maybe I'm not cool enough. I don't know. I always go for the tie. I just can't. You do the bow tie at the banquet and everything, don't you?
Yeah, that photo was for the banquet.
Yeah, I'm just a tie guy. I don't know. I just like.
118 and 200 to go.
I don't care about how you dress. This race for the lead's getting
3 to go.
I think you're wearing a clip-on.
Don't even start with me. Don't even start with me.
Hey, look at these numbers for Chandler Smith. You saw him there. He's led over 200 laps in 3 starts at Vegas, and we have over 80 laps to go today. The other 38 races in his career, 178 out front. He just loves this place.
He's really got this track figured out. You know, and we talked about this. It's not just being able to make a fast lap. It's knowing what you need in your race car to run fast in the race. Short run, long run, moving around. This track, it seems like once you kind of get a hang of what you need, you can really help the crew chief a lot by communicating what you need in your race car so he can help you get that.
Another guy who seems to know what he needs around this place is Riley Herbst, who won here last fall. He hasn't gotten left by these Gibbs cars, and he's been hanging in lap time wise. Should be interesting to see.
All right, let's ride along with Riley Herbst. He's in 3rd place, looking ahead.
Where does that go? Does that benefit Riley? We feel like
the 2 leaders who have kind of pulled away a little bit.
This track's definitely taking some rubber.
And I think where things can get pretty interesting here too is long green flag run. They're going to have to pit. You're going to have to make a green flag cycle to complete this
Peter,
stage.
Thanks for that subscribe, Peter.
We talked about
and
this
Trevor.
clean air meeting so
Thank
much.
you guys, both of y'all.
How many laps are you willing to short pit to try to gain control of this race? Might have to play defense later, with a little bit older tire, but a couple laps on newer tires, they've fallen off about a second and a half or so right now from their fastest lap. So, there's opportunity. If you pit the lap before the guy, you're going to get a second and a half a lap time.
And that pit window that you're talking about as we stay under green here would open up somewhere around 140, 145 is what most crew chiefs said. So that's when we would anticipate scheduled green flag pit stops. Saw Jesse Love there, and can't say enough about his growth today. Started 15th, worked his way into the top 10, and has stayed there.
Someone that I think we missed the pass, but Allgaier and Hill were running real close to each other for a long time. Justin passed Austin Hill. He's running faster than leaders right now. So I don't think we can count him out either. Get a caution or a pit cycle here.
Oh, Bowman go.
Creeping into this picture for the win.
Go to Allgaier last year. He had a penalty from the lead on a restart, middle portion of stage 2. Rallied back, and if he had another lap, he was going to beat Austin Hill a season ago.
Pulled away.
So never right off the 7 until the race is done. And
2 seconds.
You mentioned caution. We've got one. 4th of the afternoon.
And a caution.
Beetlejuice.
Just like that.
Parker Retzlaff in the 31. Involved in an early crash.
YZ Man, thanks for that subscribe.
6 laps
We're
down.
under a caution.
Yeah, I'm not not certain what happened here. All his tires
Parker
looked up. Looks like he
again.
obviously was on pit road. Tried to get out of the way to help the race stay green, but I tell you what, here, 78 laps to go.
This is definitely outside the window, but we saw how aggressive everyone was last week at Atlanta, how that race played out, and we should mention
YZ Man, thank you for that.
Tires. So you pit here, you get your service.
Yeah,
and
TJ, this is Xfinity.
For a later pit stop. There's Alex Jans, crew chief for AJ Allmendinger, who's 6th right now.
You see that 31 laps to go, or 31 laps since they last pitted. I think you got to come in here and put 4 on, knowing that it could be a 2-tire stop, if there's something quick under green, possibly.
Jeremy Clements 2 laps down, but he's the first car in the lap down category, so he gets the free pass. He'll be 1 lap in arrears. Here's what we're talking about. Last week at Atlanta Motor Speedway, inside of 5 to go, the Ford started running out. Cole Custer. Riley Herbst was 2nd. Eventually, Ryan Sieg stops on the track, so the caution comes out, and we went to overtime. And then more drivers start running out in overtime. Austin Hill had saved the fuel. He wins. Jesse Love, who had dominated the race, and run out of gas and finished outside the top 10. So close to that first career victory was the rookie Jesse Love.
I think what this really all comes down to is how long this caution period is going to be. If we're going to have enough green laps to where we can save fuel. No brainer, like Joey said, to pit. We've got 30 laps on our stuff. We got 2 sets of tires laying in the pits. Easy call, put on tires, whatever else happens. But if you get to where you're like a 65 lap run, you might want to try and stretch it.
Pit road is still closed. That's good. When you talk about the fuel mileage situation, gives us a chance to remind you spring football is about to hit a whole new level as the USFL and XFL come together to unleash the United Football League. Opening weekend kicks off March 30th on Fox with the USFL champion Birmingham Stallions taking on the XFL champion Arlington Renegades. The UFL this spring, ABC, ESPN, FS1, and Fox. We're just 4 weeks away, fellas, from getting it done.
Again, yeah, you're wrecked again.
Football. I can't believe we're getting more football. I love football.
We got the combine going on. You got the draft cycle.
Just remember what happened last week.
The UFL.
Jesse Love dominated the first 2 stages and then lost.
What about Brock Bowers?
See what happens here.
I love a good tight end. We need
Could it happen again?
He's not just a tight end. He's a playmaking beast.
We need that. We need that one. We got Pittman. We need that other guy.
You know who loves Brock Bowers?
Who's that?
It's going to be Austin Hill. He wears Georgia Bulldog shoes when he's driving the race car.
Good call. Joey's lost.
You guys lost me since we started talking about soccer.
Soccer.
Way to be disrespectful to everyone in that conversation.
I'm just kidding. Listen, all I want is 4 tires right here if I want the drivers. Pit road's open. Let's see who's taking this.
75 to go. Pit stops are huge here. Regan.
Adam, the 16
right
of
along
AJ
with
Allmendinger continues to have a solid day,
Herbst.
but it's the same problem every stop for his car. He's tight in the middle, and it builds tight as the runs go on. They are a little outside of their window, and the 8 of Sammy Smith, balance is good, entry is stable, just doesn't want to get it too loose. Josh?
For the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek, the problem with him firing off free, getting worse during the run, so they're going to give him an air pressure adjustment. As far as the 81 of Chandler Smith, he said he's really losing time in 3 and 4, also an air pressure adjustment to help him out.
You want control. When we return to the green flag, the race off pit road is going to be huge. There goes Nemechek jumping out in front of his teammate.
Nemechek, Chandler
Smith goes to second. Austin Hill is third. Herbst fourth. And Justin Allgaier lost a spot coming off the pit lane in fifth.
All right, that was interesting watching that. Fun fact, at 0 points, everyone in this chat is ahead of Noah Gragson in the Cup Series. You're right about that. You are right about that. Yeah, he's with a big penalty. Preece and Gragson got charged with a penalty this week for, I guess, post-race or something like that. But so they lost 35 points and also owner points. So Gragson is now at -1, and I think Preece is at 0, and it doesn't help. It doesn't get any easier for Preece. He wrecked in qualifying, so he's going to start at the rear of the field tomorrow. Should be see what he can do. It's going to be it's bad times over at Stewart-Haas right now. Bad times. So thank you guys for tuning in here On the Go at CeeLo. We're into stage 3, 75 laps to go. And it should be a good time here. Let's see what happens. Noah's at -3. -3. There you go. Pred's tied at 1. Let's go 7-game winning streak. I know my man, tell Rhino, go Preds. I know he's doing the game right now. So tell him I said, go Preds. All right, as you're just coming in, make sure you're hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 200 likes and keep on hitting that subscribe button, guys. We'll bring the audio back here in just a second. Not too many cautions. We're under caution for Parker Retzlaff with wrecking again. It's his second time wrecking. He'll probably be put behind the field after that. So let's take a look at some of the pit stops numbers here. 13-second pit stop for John Hunter Nemechek. Wow, they got him out quick. Riley Herbst is not transmitting there yet, but there shows you why. Who came out first? Let's do a raid. Martin says it's been a rough time at Stewart-Haas for the last 4 or 5 years now. Yeah. Rising Rhino, he's doing a raid. Awesome. Go Preds, Rising Rhino. What's up, dude? Go Preds, man. Rhino raid. There you go. Go Preds. Don't be ruining our 7-game winning streak, Rhino. You'll go check out my man, Rising Rhino. He does an amazing amount of sports. He also does hockey. He does football. He does Canadian football. He does baseball starting this year with the Rockies. He even does tennis. He would do ice skating if he could. He would do ice skating too. So make sure you check it out, my man, Rising Rhino. Streaming our Avalanche Predators game. Oh, no. Weekends is NASCAR, man. It's hard to get anybody to watch any hockey. Here we go, back at it.
After our 4th caution of the day, Joe Gibbs Toyota's up front, Nemechek, Chandler Smith. And look who's laying in the weeds in 3rd. Here we are, heading towards
Austin Hill, this race, trying to steal it away again.
Who, of course, last year won early in the season.
Smash that like button.
At
Thank
Daytona
you, man.
and Atlanta. This year he starts out 2-0.
Almost at 200 likes.
And Atlanta.
Like 181.
Race 3
Thank you, buddy.
This year, Las Vegas. Who won it a season ago? Austin Hill. Could we be set up for NASCAR history in the Xfinity Series where a driver comes out of the gates and wins the first 3 races of the season?
That RCR pit crew's been doing a lot of good things for Austin Hill. And if they,
you think they stay with Ford?
I would expect them to have a really great shot. So execution's a big deal in this game, for sure.
It could happen. It's all going to, another huge restart, getting control again. We talked about
it. Here we go, green flag, y'all.
Here we go, green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Answered that quick, didn't he?
better launch on the outside, a little more connected.
72 to go as we're green again.
Allmendinger gets put 3 wide.
See, they're back there, 3 wide, pretty far back there. Everyone's getting aggressive now.
Hey, Almirola's up in that
Time
mix.
to get aggressive.
Austin Hill coming through the outside lane.
That.
Not quite able to get clear. Chandler Smith really been able to have that entry speed, getting himself clear again to go fight with his teammate. Meanwhile, Riley Herbst's trying to survive. He's got Justin Allgaier on his outside. Allgaier came on really strong at the end of that last run, like I said. Gonna have to keep an eye on him.
You said he needed a caution. He got it. Maintained track position. Whoa. A lot of dancing through the corner. As we focus on the lead and the teammates, Nemechek and Smith. They've led all but 6 laps today, that duo.
Like we talked about the last run, this is all about getting control of the race.
Thank you for the subscribes. This Herbst looking back at Nemechek and Smith.
But Chandler's got the whole run really figured out with this car. So he knows how critical it is to be able to get this pass done and walk away and manage the race.
You know, this has been a great track over the years.
Thank you, Rising Rhino. Appreciate it, buddy. You too, buddy.
Sam Mayer, early exit. Allgaier from the back has been the real player. But Sammy Smith, who last year when he was driving for Gibbs, had pit road problems here, so he didn't get the fruits of his labor. Today has been solid. The second-year driver from Iowa.
Tomorrow, yes, sir, Jack will be here.
Becoming a part of the conversation.
I feel like we haven't talked much
Where's
about him.
Where's the one?
He
is out.
The top 10 all
He's
day.
one of the first ones out.
Team, really,
he got in a wreck with Parker.
Here at a handling racetrack, and they haven't faded. They've had a solid weekend qualifying, check the box. First 2 stages, check the box, and is obviously doing a good job here solidly in the top 10.
Kligerman is back, racing Eric Almirola for position. That's the battle for 8th. Orange and white 48, black number 19 is Almirola.
I think his confidence is going to go straight through the roof when he gets some of this cleaner air. He's been stuck back, you know, outside the top 10. Really difficult spot to handle the car, figure out what your stuff's doing. And I think the further and further he gets up towards the front of the field, he's going to have a good car, that's for sure.
Well, we talked about Eric's got to learn how to race an Xfinity car again. These things are so different, especially ever since NASCAR has gone to the next-gen car.
We're on Austin Hill.
Xfinity and Austin Cup cars couldn't be more different than they've ever been. The lanes you choose on restarts, the way you drive the car, what you look for.
Austin Hill riding in 3rd spot.
Couldn't it be more different? So you really have to go through this whole learning curve all over again on what makes this type of car go fast.
Herbst is now 3rd, getting by Austin Hill, and just behind the 21, the 7 of Justin Allgaier.
98, he's going to race like that. I'll make his life miserable. Yep, copy that.
So I do know exactly what he's talking about. They had a bit of a disagreement on who needed to be higher up on the racetrack heading into turn 1. There was a bit of a door scuff going down the front straightaway. Just feel like that was probably more incidental contact, but definitely got Justin's blood pressure a little high.
Where's the 15?
Get an update on Eric Almirola 8th right now, Josh.
She's in 14th. Look at her.
I was just talking about in the booth when I talked to Almirola before the race. He told me yesterday he felt like a fish out of water when he hopped into that Xfinity car. He said
a lot of people do.
It during practice, and he felt much more comfortable going into the race. Now during the race,
I just want to see her do well, man.
He's been dealing with in terms of getting comfortable behind the wheel, getting comfortable with turns 3 and 4. They've worked on it. He's in a good place right now. He needs a little bit more, but he's much stronger at this point than he was at the start of the race.
He's going to run 15 races this year. This week and next week in the 19, he's going to run a bunch of races in that 20 car as well. Brandon Jones top 10.
Can you watch Shadow Hunter? It's on Fox Sports 1
and
the app where you just hang out here.
Finish at a 1.5 mile track.
Fox Sports
He's been so
1.
good in his career on the intermediates.
Now to Behave number 7. That's right,
He's been solidly just on that fringe top 10. Whether if that's 9th, 10th, 11th, he's had a really solid day here. And Parker Kligerman's a guy that's you want to see him just break through this top 10 because I feel like he has a really good idea of where he wants to put his car. You know, we talked about he wants to be at the bottom to start the race, and then he figured out where the top was going to work when it did. Now he's back to the bottom. I think you give him a shot at the right track position. He'll know what to do with his car.
Jeff Burton needed it, and he's getting a good run today. 13th and about to go to 14th. Haley Deegan on the move. Regan.
Adam having a very strong day for Haley. Keep in mind, this is the only track in the Xfinity Series that she has experience at running this race
So they're not going to stay with Ford. Who are they going to go with? Chevy?
Came here. Right now in the car, she has been quiet all day long, checking with the team. They said she's been happy. She's been enjoying it out there, and she's having a good time on the track.
You see those 15s in the chat.
Well, it's when you can do it late, and it's a sign that you're a student of the game and you're getting better as the day goes on. Congratulations to her.
62
and now
to
the
go.
Best rookie in the race, Jessie Love, has fallen back to 16.
I mean, you look at the car she's in front of. I mean, she's in front of Jessie Love, Josh Williams, some of these guys.
SVG had a technical issue.
Are, great experience. So I think Haley's done a solid job to progress through the field here.
Stuart Haas will be the second team at Toyota or Chevy.
Absolutely.
I think they'll go Chevy.
Can't say I noticed where Jessie Love kind of fell off of here. We were inside the top 10 and obviously back in 16th here. But as you see, John Hunter is able to kind of get a bit away from Chandler here. Probably one of the bigger leads he's had.
Nemechek's advantage, 0.7 of a second over Chandler Smith. Riley Herbst is third. Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier complete the top 5. 61 to go in Vegas.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you hit that like button. We're 12 away from 200 likes. Help us get to 200 likes. Keep hitting that subscribe. We're trying to get to 9,700. And tomorrow, Honda. Yeah, Honda's coming back too. Maybe they'll go to Honda. Should be interesting to see what happens. Do they go Chevy? Do they go Toyota? Or they go Honda? Could Stuart Haas? I don't know if Honda would want them to have Honda. I mean, they don't really have a good, powerful driver. They got Josh Berry. They got Ryan Preece. They got Briscoe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But make sure you're enjoying the stream. Appreciate y'all hanging out here with us tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing the NASCAR Cup Series race, the Pennzoil 400. Joey Logano is on the pole. We did that earlier this afternoon. And let's see. Tomorrow, it's going to start at 2:30 Central. 2:30 Central for the Pennzoil 400. Make sure you're hitting that notification bell so you know when we go live. The stream is not up yet. It will be later on. But the emojis will be set. We'll have a whole bunch of emojis to play with tomorrow. Thanks to Rick. Rick, thank you so much for your gifted memberships today. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Where's the 31? All right, let's look. A 31. 31, Parker, he's been in 2 wrecks now. He's in 35th with 27 laps down. I think he is done for the day. He looked pretty much done, but there's SVG, Sam Meyer. They were in Parker and Retzlaff and Sam Meyer were in a wreck together, and then Parker wrecked again. So JJ Yaley's still on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap there. Jessie Love in 14th. Deegan in 13th. That's going to be interesting to see. Can Deegan go any higher? Could she get top 10? It'll be interesting. Thanks for that subscribe. 320 watching at an Xfinity race. Impressive, CeeLo. Thank you, man. Hey, last week in the Atlanta race, the Xfinity race, we had 1,300 watching at the end of the race. So I was pretty happy with that. Yeah, this is all legit, y'all. This is hard work, working that algorithm, tags, keywords, all that good stuff, and just doing what I do, trying to talk to every single one of y'all that say something in the chat, giving back to the community, giving back to the guys and everything. So I appreciate everybody.
2, Nemechek and Chandler Smith, but there's a new driver in second. Here comes Riley Herbst.
Riley Herbst.
It's a good side draft and goes for it here.
And something has happened to Chandler Smith, to his race car, because he was obviously a dominant race car today, the best car on the track. Now he is slowed up to where he can't really run within a 10th of the leaders. He's falling back. Josh,
I guess if they go back to Chevy and Dale Jr. buys the team, ooh, interesting.
I have no lateral grip. Remember, they've
54 to go.
Car, making air pressure adjustments to try and help him out, but that last adjustment might have hurt him a little bit, guys.
What's up, Alex? Good to see you, bud.
Find the grip knot, but it's weird. Sometimes you can just change a set of tires and
You're welcome, man. Baited plays, man.
You hate when that happens because you hate the blame
baited plays. You're
tires,
welcome.
But sometimes that happens, and it gets confusing, as you can imagine.
Austin Hill's already run him down as well, and that pass that Riley Herbst put on him wasn't too long ago. But I think this rear grip situation that Chandler Smith's dealing with, I think that might even force him into thinking about splitting the stage here. We were talking about strategy in the break. And if you're not happy with your car
Williams
says
right SHR goes Chevy with Dale Jr.
This, do you take the risk
what's up, Bo? Country favorite. What's up, man?
Under green.
You have been busy.
It's tough. It's got the green flag feel like we've talked about all day, but you get that one caution that completely buries you.
There's no doubt the fastest way to run this final run would be pitting around 35 or so laps to go.
Split it up.
If it stays green, that's splitting it right down the center, come in, put your 4 tires on under green. They're like
I think
10
I'd
laps
go
short on
Toyota
fuel.
because you really don't know what Chevy's going to do with the Camaro. So
hope for a caution. If not, come in late, maybe throw on 2 tires and a quick splash and go that way. Probably not going to net out the same.
Shadow Hunter, I watched it on
FS1.
FS1.
And the caution comes out and you're trapped down a lap. It's a double negative because you're out of tires as well. That's your last set of tires, so you're really in trouble. So high risk play, but
Corvette,
something that can maybe help you gain
so weird to look at.
5, 6, 7 spots at the end of the race.
Yeah, I think this pass is probably going to be inevitable. I think on the flip side of it too, it's whatever it's taken. They've made a few adjustments, and this one might not have worked out. That's called keeping up with the racetrack, and that's what experience is. And I think we need to throw a bone to John Nemechek because they weren't the best car. They weren't better than their teammates, and he's gotten better. And I think he's got the experience in these cars. He's obviously racing in the Cup Series now, but clearly has elevated themselves throughout the race. Whereas now we see a car
problem here.
Sage Cameron, the 32. He's had a tough day. 46 laps in arrears. Struggled yesterday, practice qualifying. Had to start at the back of the pack this afternoon. He makes it to pit road.
Riding along with Riley Herbst in second place, trying to reel down John Hunter Nemechek.
He's stalking the 20 car. I mean, one bad move in lap traffic, one slip, maybe your tires start going away. Riley's got a chance here at this thing. So as long as he stays relevant, stays within that 1 second, it's Formula 1 DRS range, but
Breznav's tied at 1.
I was watching the
We're not doing that.
Martin says, appreciate your stream. It's the better stream so far that I've tried. Awesome, man.
100% agree. But, see, there we go. John Hunter got stuffed up behind that lap car trying to run the bottom, and boom. That's
we run the same concept here for the Cup race.
Of a second there. And back behind them for third, Chandler Smith trying to hang on, but Austin Hill all over him on the backside.
And this is where
200 likes. Thank you guys. Let's go to 250.
The crew chiefs right now have a big decision to make on when they pit here to try to leapfrog each other. You don't want to talk about it over the radio, right? You might say, I want to talk to my driver and see what he thinks. Can't ask him right now because you don't want to even talk about it to each other. So it's something that
as long as Herbst doesn't win, Dark Shadow says.
Out there and they're talking in codes while they're going up 180 mile an hour. It's pretty crazy, but that's some of the stuff that can happen here.
Here's Strategy 81 radio, Chandler Smith.
I'm thinking we need to be the first out there, Jabo, to make up what we've lost. Yeah, copy.
That's a mature driver there, right? I mean, that's a good thought coming from behind the wheel.
Well, you're Chandler Smith. You've had a great car. Your car obviously isn't balanced right now. I want to come in.
It can be better.
My stuff, right?
You can be better. It's been one of the best cars all day. So take your lumps and doing that undercut. We've slowed down quite a bit since the start of this run. Our fastest laps are mid 30s, and we're high 31s. So you're going to get a big gain from that, and you're going to pull everyone back down pit road. He's still running third. It's not like he's in the back at this point, but he wants to stop the bleeding because he knows he's got a car that's strong enough to be able to go win this race.
If you're going to pull this strategy, you still got to wait another 8 laps minimum, probably, or so, somewhere around there, maybe 6 laps before, because you want to split.
Sam says Herbst will win.
We just missed getting in the window to be able to go the distance. When we got that our 4th caution of the afternoon, everybody pits, and as Joey said, right around 10 laps, give or take, short on fuel. We anticipate
Martin's doing this, right?
Have to make a stop. It's how do you manage it, and different schools of thought depending on where you are in the running order and how your car's handling.
The thing
Let's
for
go back
Chandler
to the
Smith
in-car
right now, he's
camera.
3
Herbst
seconds back.
reeling them in.
He's been kind of maintaining there. It's like he's kind of found something to where he can like stop the bleeding. I can hold where I'm at. You get much further back than 3 seconds back, you're going to have to short pit him quite a bit to get ahead of him. I don't know what the right call is at that point.
I think that's a great point, Joey, because you're right. I thought for a long time Austin Hill, that was just going to be an easy pass. It was just going to be when is it going to happen? And he's pulled back away from Austin. And whether that's having a loose car with a tight build with the tires, but it's definitely changing the integrity of this run. I think it changes, you know, this is your point where you can pass people back in a run where the tires really start to change with age, as you see AJ Allmendinger going back around Sammy Smith.
Almost a second, over a half a second.
43 laps to go. If you didn't
Smith's
join
car
us
leveled
from
off
the top
with
of the
3 seconds
broadcast,
back. It's
early
a lot.
portion of
It's
this
going
race
to come down to
dominated by
these two.
Chandler Smith.
Pit stops are
Qualified
coming, though.
On the front row, won stage 1, stage 2. He's led 74 laps today. But the best of the bunch when it comes to laps led is his teammate, John Hunter Nemechek. He has taken over here in the final stage and been good throughout the afternoon. See the box score for the 21-year-old from Talking Rock, Georgia, trying to get his second career victory.
Home track to I hope to go to. Awesome.
I find it interesting. I don't know if it's because the wind has died down a little bit or the
Nemechek's got a second now on Hurst.
Doesn't seem to be playing as big as it was. There's still a couple cars that are running the wall through the corner, but the fastest cars are all on the bottom now. Where we used to see, we saw Kligerman up there really married to that wall. You can see obviously it's still windy, but that tree's not laying over. If that's how we measure the wind here on Fox, and that right there, not as windy as it was earlier. Okay, so
and there always can be a caution.
It could change the lines you're running.
Let's pop AJ Allmendinger. So good to have him back full time in the NASCAR Xfinity Series after he did that stint at the Cup level for Colleague. He's been so much to this organization.
There you go, Alex.
And today his 101st series start. Through 100 starts for Allmendinger, he's collected 17 wins. That's impressive. And when you look at the best average finish through 100 starts, Allmendinger on the board at 9.3. Who's the best of the bunch?
I did that.
What a guy. What a guy.
My God, I've circled his own face.
I want to do some Allmendinger trivia. 17 career wins. How many would you say are on an oval because he did win here in 2021? No, he's a great road racer.
So, well, he's
one.
Well, I know how many road courses he won. It's like 12 or something like that.
12 on a road course?
12 on a road course.
12 out of 17. How many would you say? So you're saying 5 on
10.
an oval?
Yeah.
He's won.
I feel like Austin really knows this, though, because he raced against them.
He played it off pretty well. Allmendinger, 5 of his 17 career wins have been on an oval, which is...
Did I nail that?
No, it was 6. I'm sorry, 6.
Oh,
6.
damn it.
So you had
6
5.
wins. I said 1.
You're right
That's horrible.
You did do your homework.
Well, I know AJ and I were tied with the whole road course situation. I left, and he went straight up the charts.
You drivers never
I do remember
forget.
that. I do remember that. We've had this conversation.
Yeah, 6 of 17, including right here at Las Vegas a few years ago.
Oh, road course rivalry, huh?
Moral of the story is AJ Allmendinger's a stud, and no one can convince me otherwise.
Well, here we are. I'd say the pit window, if you're going to split this in half, we're right around the number.
I've been staring at
that I'd be thinking about it.
I've been staring at pit entry this entire time.
Everybody's had pit since lap 39.
Whether if it's back here inside this top 10 range, these guys, they want to advance their position a little bit better and jump ahead, or is it going to be one of our leaders? Is it going to be Chandler Smith? If anything, he's actually been able to pull back in the lead here.
I mean, he was almost 3.5 seconds back, and now it's 2.7. So over the course of the long run, Smith gaining some speed, staying in the game. Hurt's really just not going away at all.
Yeah, and really another factor, too, for a lot of these cars. Like, if you're in dirty air and you're just kind of stuck, yeah, give it a shot. If you got clean air and you're ripping and, getting some good lap times out, maybe you would kind of prolong it and stretch it and, not take the big risk if the caution comes out. It's Vegas, though.
Roll the dice.
Right?
It's all about the gamble.
35
when you come
to go.
Sin City. Nemechek out front. The advantage just over a second with 35 to go. And
9 car on pit road.
Here they come.
Sounds like 81's coming this time as well.
Brandon Jones, the first in the 9. You said it. Expect the 81 of Chandler Smith on board here with Austin Hill. We'll see what he does.
This is going to pull everyone down pit road. Absolutely. The advantage is too great of having new tires and being on defense.
All right, here we go. Pit stops.
Smith. Scheduled green flag pit stops here, Josh.
Yeah, start with the 81 of Chandler Smith. We saw him lose a couple spots that last run. Was complaining about sliding those rear tires with that air pressure adjustment. As far as the 98 of Riley Herbst, his big complaint as he comes into pit as well has been 3 and 4. He can't get what he wants at 3 and 4. Hoping to help him out there. Regan?
8 car of Sammy Smith getting better as the day has gone on. The biggest dilemma, though, his car is not very good in dirty air and in traffic. The further forward he goes, the more he likes it.
Riley Herbst was just over a second back of John Hunter Nemechek. He's going to make his pit stop. And we'll see how all this cycles out and what those fresher tires mean. Just a lap or two can be a huge deciding factor on the cycle of a green flag stop.
The 20 car is still on the racetrack. He decided not to pit again this lap, so it should be a very good example of the overcut versus the undercut. But kind of crazy to me that the entire top 10 is pretty much pitted at this time, and the leader hasn't, which is trapping everyone laps down.
And that might be his play. His play might be the opposite, where he's going to go long as he can, shorten up his pit stop with maybe just a splash and go, and come out in the lead. These crew chiefs are calculating all this up on top of the boxes, saying, does this make sense? Which way do we go? At this point, it's a gamble whether you come in or you stay out. At this point, you're risking it one way or the other.
Leader is in now. John Hunter Nemechek doing it with 32 to go, Josh.
John Hunter Nemechek putting together a strong race, 88 laps led. His big complaint was that he needs more front turn, guys.
Well, it would be really interesting. You know, he stayed out, like you said, Austin, those couple laps.
You think a caution with 15 to go?
In those laps. He's got to execute on and off pit road. The pit crew has to nail this pit stop right here to even have a chance.
Allgaier has stayed out. He takes over the race lead. He's in front of Almirola.
Let's go Deegan, Justin
Josh
says.
Williams, Sheldon Creed, Anthony Alfredo. All those drivers still need to make a stop. As Nemechek gets away.
Deegan in the top 10 now after pit stop.
The scoring pylon, top left of your screen. And we'll see the cycle here, watching where Nemechek is in relation to Riley Herbst. They were 1-2 when the cycle began.
So Austin Hill's actually gotten in front of Riley Herbst. And John Hunter's cycle has really worked out well for him. I don't know if they were in traffic, had to pass other lap cars. Maybe that played a factor in the crew chief calling him in. But either way, John Hunter's still been able to retain the lead of all the cars that have pitted so far.
So Hill in the exchange with Herbst leapfrogs the 98.
That's pit stops, T-Van, pit stops.
Behind Nemechek with the top
green flag pit stops.
Still yet to make a stop.
So much nicer hearing nobody commentate than listening to the morons on Fox.
The math would tell you if everything was the same, he lost the lead right there. But
absolutely.
His team did a great job executing the pit stop. He must have done a good job on and off pit road to where even at the penalty of pitting 2-3 laps later than everybody, he's still in the lead. So that means he's gained over seconds of time on and off pit road.
Yeah, and that hot pit road entry, it's something we look at.
Remember though, there are pit stops going on right now.
Cup races, but in Xfinity, you kind of only have that
one
shot.
Allgaier, the leader.
And John Hunter's got a ton of experience. He's probably already got a mark picked out on the wall, exactly where he needs to be. You know, as I was watching it, Riley seemed to be a bit soft in the hot pit road because he was, already on the apron super early. So, whichever way it cut it, 20 team did a great job executing there.
Jeb Burton was in the top 15, but he was speeding when he made his stop. So a tough break for the 27, who was having a pretty good outing here today at Las Vegas. Justin Allgaier starts in the back after he had the tire issue yesterday in qualifying. Drives his way into the top 10, and he's now leading. When will he come to pit road? 27 to go. The drama unfolding here at Las Vegas for the Xfinity Series.
All right, 27 to go. We're going down again like last week. We didn't know about people's fuel, but we're not going to have to worry about fuel this time as most people have been. Allgaier's still staying out there. Almirola and then 19 in second, 7 seconds behind. So We'll see if does a caution happen here. I don't know. If not, make sure you hit that like button. We're trying to get to 250 likes. Keep hitting that subscribe as well. We're trying to get to 9650. We're 15 away to 9650. So side by side here, Al Geyer, and we'll bring in our in-car camera, which I'm gonna change because Herps just shows the inside. Let's see what we got. Let's go to Chandler Smith. Austin Hill. Let's watch Austin Hill as he chases John Hunter Nemechek here. Let's see what he looks like here. As you guys are coming in, we're showing in-car cameras as well. This usually pauses, so I'm just going to make sure. Come on now. The 21 or the 16 Chevy. How many were crashed? Nothing. No, it hasn't been a big one at all. This is Austin Hill looking back at Herps, who are all one lap down. Hunter Nemechek on the lead lap here. Look at his hands. It's a good shot. Yeah, I know, right? Hammered down. What's up, 87 trillionaire? 8.7 trillionaire club. I'll take some of that. You can super chat a trillion. I'll take one of those. Then you'll only have 86. Thank you for the subscribes, y'all. Almost 400 of us in here now. Just waiting on the commercial break to come back, y'all. Side by side right here. So we're bringing you looking back in Herps. Austin Hill in 7th spot. Herps in 8th. Heading in the clouds, Pro. Thank you so much for that subscribe. All right, back at it.
Comparison. Yeah, it's obvious that the 20 team just out-executed the 98 team, whether if it's driver, crew, all of it. And then we don't know how much traffic Riley got because there was about a second difference between Nemechek and Herbst when they came to pit road, when Riley pitted for the first time. And obviously John Hunter stayed out for a few laps. So I think Austin Hill and Riley Herbst, as you see him racing for position here still, I feel like they either got to racing right as they left pit road or they got some traffic, and John Hunter was really able to take advantage.
We're watching this battle under commercial break here. Riley Herbst, pretty good, but boy, he's so
watch Hill get another. Wouldn't that be something?
And we talked about it earlier about how he's so predictable. Austin Hill's just been covering the bottom.
7-car pit road.
Here comes Al Geyer.
Needed a pit. He's in, and so is the race leader. Here's Justin Allgaier coming for his scheduled service. That puts Josh Williams on point as Hill and Herbst continue to race one another.
Yeah, Riley must have gotten to the outside of him.
All right, another 10 by Rick.
And,
oh my gosh, thank you so much, Rick. Another 10 gifted memberships.
But they're going to have some lap traffic.
Let's see who gets them now.
Enter turn 1.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah, this is going to be
for the gifted memberships.
Here. Well, you know who's loving this? I mean, Nemechek. He's like, you guys have at it. Just race each other back there, and I'll continue to pull away.
Oh. Chandler Smith's entering the conversation.
That's right. Chandler's back.
This is helping out Austin
Fish
Hill.
Freak, Gavin.
This guy's a man on the mission. I wonder if his car's driving
Busted
better.
Blizzard, Carl, formerly Ed Munster, Michael Plate, and Helen and Lupto. Welcome to the membership.
They started racing side by side. Nemechek's up by 2 seconds over Hill, Herbst, and Smith.
And remember, he's got a little bit newer tires than these guys racing behind him as well.
Welcome to the memberships, guys.
As well.
He's gotten his lap back. The 7's pitted. He already unlapped
Thank you,
himself.
Rick, for those gifted memberships.
I just don't see how it works out for these guys that haven't pitted yet. It's really only Josh Williams now, but you know the 7, the 19, and the 11, you know, all stayed on track significantly longer than the rest of the field. Whereas the 9 car, the 8 were all first to pit, you know, pretty much maintaining their positions. But these guys are racing the heck out of each other, knowing that they're kind of all racing for second as far away as the 20 cars got.
I would say, though, You know, you race hard here and you get that caution. That can be a huge difference maker.
Absolutely.
You know,
18 laps left in
to
the
get
race.
a restart and helps your position when it comes to the choose.
I want to see a caution.
Members, you can use those emojis now.
When they all got old tires on.
This is the last set.
That's all they got. What they got is what they got. So a caution with old tires in the turn.
Josh Williams would still have tires.
This is the gamble.
Josh Williams still in the lead. 13 seconds to go.
On the lead lap. Josh Williams, though, what a great story. He's a
he pulled his
driver,
off.
Someone that you would always see in the garage area working on his race cars.
Always smiling.
Yeah, had the huge incident last year at Atlanta where he parks it on the front straightaway. And that afternoon, a star was born. But if you've been around, you know what a good guy he is. He's always going to local children's hospitals. When
NASCAR says there's going to be a caution. We'll
see. It's a big opportunity for Colleague, making the most of it. The season has not been great, but this weekend, he's worked his way through the field, and now through strategy is leading late. And there's going to be 15 laps to go. When do they make their pit stop?
Well, I like this call because he was running, 15th-ish, give or take. This is one way you're trapping down a lot of cars. So if the caution comes out, he's going to pit. The furthest back he's going to start is maybe 12th or 13th because that's how many cars are in the lead lap right now. And he's going to be the only car with new tires. He's going to drive up into the top 5 most likely if he has that big
400
of a
watching,
advantage.
260
right
likes.
Now,
Let's hit the like. That's right.
For a possible caution late. If there's no caution late, he's
you
going to pay the
got to
price and
make sure those gifted memberships are
does
turned
what
on.
Everybody else does, he finishes outside the top 10.
Yep.
No doubt.
He had led 9 laps in his career coming into
Never.
today. And this time around, it's going to be 7 out front.
15 to
He's
go.
from Port Charlotte, Florida. Josh Williams, 14 to go now.
And time's running out for him. They tell us when they started, everyone's about 10 laps
seconds
or so
now.
short. Well,
they've cut it in half.
There's 14 to go. He really needs a caution right now.
I'll be interested to see how well Allgaier is able to come back up. He was running in the top 5. Now he's in 10th. He's got quite a few cars. I'd say 2 positions he's going to be able to get here with probably a 10-lap tire advantage. Does it pay off? Does minimize the damage? Yeah, definitely a risk.
13 to go. Does Josh Williams pull this off? It's down to 7 seconds.
Let's look at Allgaier, 10th.
Oh my gosh.
4 runner-up finishes at Las Vegas for Justin Allgaier. He and wife Ashley going to celebrate their anniversary on Monday. So we
subscribe,
say happy anniversary
David.
to them. Love hanging with Justin in the garage because he's such a fan of his kids and his daughter Harper, who's always playing softball.
7 seconds now.
Little slide there for
Nemechek is coming.
So right now, you see Nemechek, he's 6 seconds from the lead. Obviously, we're pretty certain that Josh Williams cannot make it to the end of this race. So he's really looking at a 4-second lead or so over Austin Hill. Things are looking pretty good.
Can he pull this off?
Cole Custer started.
How much fuel does Josh Williams have?
Ready to race his teammate for a spot in the top 5. The reigning champ
tomorrow.
It finished outside the top 10 in the first 2 races
Hang
this
on,
year.
Josh.
Something good
Hang
to happen
on.
as this weekend. There he goes to the outside of the 98 of Riley Herbst.
Yeah, this is a good little cluster here for kind of inevitably second on back with Hill, Chandler Smith, Custer, Herbst. These guys are kind of glued on top of each other.
Josh Williams 11 to go.
You know why he passed those cars? Versatile. As we see, Josh Williams pitting.
He comes in with 11 laps to go. That's going to turn the top spot back over to John Hunter Nemechek.
10 to go.
Advantage of about 4 seconds over second place Austin Hill with 10 remaining.
And they are just doing fuel only, so Josh Williams will be one of the only ones with 4 tires left if there's a caution in the next 10 laps. But otherwise, their closest battles on track is definitely for that second position. You got cars buried, really over a blanket, from Hill to Smith to Custer to Herbst.
So
Custer
4-second lead.
wall, Herbst
Austin Hill.
bottom. Smith,
John Hunter
Nemechek.
Nemechek.
He feels the most comfortable. Custer's starting to be able to make that outside work as well. I feel like it's kind of faded,
Toyotas in the top
that
3.
monster run he got from running that top lane. He's going to go back up here into 1 and 2.
He is
just
not.
Those bumps, get some
He
more
is
momentum.
not, Jamie.
You see that momentum come up. If I'm Chandler Smith's spot, I'm telling him, hey, this guy's coming pretty hard off the top, and I think he's going to have to either block it or just accept that it's going to happen.
What happened to Sheldon Green?
That momentum he's able to get.
We had some pit stops.
But that's what's
everybody, half the field's
right
down
one
these
cars
lap.
all caught traffic and started
Deegan's
racing
down.
each other. They're all stuck
got
on the
14
bottom.
cars on the lead
He's got
lap.
a car that I say can do more than one thing. Might not be the fastest car, might not be the best car, but it's able to go in different places. And when cars get stuck behind another one because they can't move around, that's where that 00 is better right now.
There's a lot of lap traffic there between the two of them. I think this battle
next week we'll be at Phoenix. Try to do the same thing.
You see Chandler's also heating up Austin Hill.
Oh, here comes a big run down the front straight for Cole Custer. Where's he going to go?
Custer goes high. Looking outside of Chandler Smith. This for third.
So Custer's going to have Chandler Smith trapped, and Chandler's also in dirty air, so he's going to have the momentum off the top. Seems like he got stalled there somewhere along the way.
Now, if you're Chandler Smith here, you know in front of him.
This is Austin Hill's car looking back at Chandler Smith.
This is just opening the door for Cole Custer on top.
The top
thank you. Besides the slap
spot is running away with it.
But look at the run he's going to get.
Woo!
Yeah, I think Custer had to lift out of it there. He had such a huge run.
And Chandler Smith battling here.
For Chandler to hold it all the way on the bottom.
This is great racing with 6 to go. It's going to be fun to watch how this plays out.
Joe Lowe is a great sports announcer.
As these drivers race from second on back, the advantage for Nemechek right at 5 seconds. And there will be 5 laps to go when they come by the start-finish line this time. There's Nemechek, and here comes Hill, Smith, and Custer, second, third, and fourth.
We got that right rear one more time. Austin Hill's got to make a decision as well. He's going to go to the bottom. I think Cole's got enough alongside of him to really be able to clamp him, come back down, and set his sights on the second place spot. I think this is a great recovery for this 00 team. These guys are champions for a reason, being able to kind of climb up. They've been outside the top 5 most of the day, and Cole's been able to find a lane that works for him that no one else is in, being able to be versatile, like you said, Joey.
5 laps to go.
Up a pretty solid result here as he ducks to the inside, thinks he's going to get the side draft.
Going to win?
Distance. P2.
Guys, it's Redeem Bell.
You get your car working.
No, I do not have a. No, I don't have a Redeem for John Hunter.
It's a lot of fun when you got one that can do that, and no one else can really pull that off. You're just able to go race well. Chandler Smith following through Austin Hill.
Joe Gibbs Racing today has been outstanding. Early portion of the event belonged to Chandler Smith, winning stage 1, stage 2. Final stage has been all about
2 weeks in a row.
John Hunter Nemechek. 3 to go. And the coaches' kids leading over 170 laps this afternoon.
Should have picked him. I almost picked him.
I know it's too late as he's 5 seconds back.
Dark Shadows using that
Cole
20.
Custer's 2.5 tenths faster than Nemechek, running that very high line.
I think it begs the question, what's changed with the track? What's changed, throughout the race that can happen, or is it just because no one else is up there right now?
I
don't know either.
With an advantage like this, you just want to make sure you get back to the white flag. We don't get a caution, overtime, and a restart.
Oh, as we've been sitting back here enjoying that battle for second, third, and fourth, John Hunter's been hoping that doesn't end up in a wreck.
That's right.
Because he's just waiting to hear the words caution. He doesn't want to hear that. All he wants to hear is take the white, bring it back to him.
Off of turn 4, he'll see the white flag this time around.
White flag at the line.
1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
White flag.
John Hunter Nemechek, full time at the Cup Series now. Won here at Vegas in a truck back in 2021. His dad Joe won here in an Xfinity car in 2003.
2-1 Preds, nice.
Nemechek has been special today, leading just shy of 100 laps.
Yes, boys. Thank you. Thank you, Tyler.
10th career victory. Nemechek cashes in at Vegas.
Woo!
They did a great job. They executed the race very well. I was having a really fast
Check the flag. That's right.
Well, much deserving winner. What I do like seeing in our guy that took the risk in Vegas, Josh Williams, P14.
Not bad.
Extra set of tires, too, to bring home.
Yeah.
Saving a buck.
Yes.
Custer ends up second. Chandler Smith, great day. Leading 74 laps is third. Austin Hill will have his unbeaten streak to start the year end here in Vegas, but he was fourth, another top 5. Riley Herbst fifth as he tried to go back-to-back at his home track. John Hunter Nemechek going to burn it down here at Vegas.
Oh, yeah, I love a good burnout.
He's grabbing gear.
Blow apart if you grab second gear. You got to let her last a little bit.
When I drove these cars, I'd always see if I could get to fourth. Yeah, really solid effort. John Hunter and his team really earned this one. Like you said, Joey, just great execution, and that's what it takes to be consistently dominant at this level. As he stalled it.
Vegan on 15th.
He was trying to put it right on
job.
the line. Did everything else perfect today, though.
4 wins for Joe Gibbs Racing. Second among active teams here in Las Vegas.
All right. We'll listen in to Christopher Bell. John Hunter Nemechek for the win. Congratulations, everybody. If you're a big Nemechek fan and you're a member, let me see those 20s. Too bad for Jesse Love. Yeah, just not enough. That pit stop really expanded the field.
Nemechek back in the Xfinity Series running part-time, and it's back to victory lane. Regan Smith down there waiting on him.
John Hunter Nemechek getting the helmet off after what seemed like a nearly perfect day. John Hunter, you guys start 12th. You find your way to the front very quick, and it just seems like you guys couldn't make a misstep. At the end of the race, this car was dominant.
Yeah, hats off to all the guys on this 20 team from Joe Gibbs Racing.
I bet he is.
It's awesome to come back out here and win in the NASCAR Xfinity Series with limited number of starts. Our goal was to come and win as many as we possibly could. Nothing else matters. So congrats to Tyler, who's crew chief this year on the 20 car. His first win as a crew chief. Our spotter, Ryan Blanchard, his first win as well. Have to say hello to Aspen and Penelope back home. Sadly, they're not here to celebrate, but Taylor is. So we'll go celebrate in victory lane. Man, it feels so good to win here in Las Vegas, and got some reps for tomorrow, so I'm excited.
John Hunter Nemechek, your Xfinity Series winner in Las Vegas.
I picked him last week to win. Dang.
Well, Chandler Smith led 74 laps, comes home third today, and it seemed like towards the end.
Thank you so much, Rick. Thank you again, sir. Thank you, Rick.
Yeah,
everybody thank Rick for the memberships.
A little bit.
Thank you, Rick.
We'll
see you next time.
It feels actually like it may have gotten a little colder as well. So I felt like the track definitely freed up, and we went in that same direction thinking it was going to tighten up. So you live and you learn, and I'm extremely proud of the effort that we brought here this weekend. Our number 81 QuickType product Toyota GR Super was as fast as Xfinity Internet, and we showed that. We were pretty dominant, and then we just over-adjusted. I'm happy that a Joe Gibbs Racing car still won, though. So congratulations, John Hunter.
3 top 10s to start the year for Chandler Smith, guys.
He's been impressive in his new ride, no question about that. Fun day here at Las Vegas for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and we look forward to a great afternoon tomorrow as the Cup cars hit the track. Race day starts on FS1 at 2, race day at 3, Cup race at 3:30 on Fox. Good luck to the two of you. Nice afternoon here, and here is what's on tap tonight on FS1. Got some college basketball coming your way next. We're in the Big East, Xavier and Georgetown. And then it's rugby, the NRL, the Sea Eagles and the Rabbitohs, followed by the Roosters and the Broncos. With Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, Regan Smith, Josh Sims, I'm Adam Alexander. Thank you for watching in Vegas. Congratulations, John Hunter Nemechek.
All righty. So that is it. Let's go over it really quick with the lineup here. John Hunter Nemechek with the win. Cole Custer second. Chandler Smith third. Austin Hill fourth. Riley Herbst fifth. AJ Allmendinger sixth. Ryan Sieg seventh. Sammy Smith eighth. Brandon Jones ninth. Justin Allgaier 10th. And then 11th, Parker Klingerman. Eric Almirola 12th. Corey Heim 13th. Josh Williams If he could have just stood out for just a little bit longer, that would have been amazing. But he did not. Go Braves. That's right, Green Bay Packers. And then there is Haley Deegan, 1 lap down. She finishes in the top 20. Let's go. Jesse Love in 17th. Brendan Poole. There's your rest of your guys. Lots of lap down cars. There they all are. Sheldon Creed, bad day for him. 26th spot, 3 laps down. And then, of course, Sam Meyer and Karum and Shan, SVG, bad day for him. Bad technical issues. So that is it. So there it is. And John Hunter Nemechek, he led 99 laps. Chandler Smith led 74. He dominated the first and second, just like last week. Jesse Love dominated the first and second and then ran out of gas on the third. But there is your stuff. So if you guys would like college basketball, Tennessee versus Alabama is going to be on the channel next. It's been a long day, but we're going to keep it going, trying to get to 10K. So if you guys want to see tomorrow, look for a stream up tonight. It'll be up. Make sure your notification bells are on. We'll have a whole bunch of emojis tomorrow to play with, thanks to my man Rick. He's awesome. So, and then also thank you, Chris George, as well, for becoming a member. And all the other people, all the gifted memberships. David Hope subscribed tonight. Head into the Clouds Pro, YZ Man, Peter Jackson, Trevor Cunningham, GRG Fraz 100, Chris Marco, Jamie liked it on Facebook, Carol left it on Facebook, Justin liked it on Facebook, James Hughes also as well, Faded Playas, Terry liked it on Facebook, Paul Turk, Nicole, Ron Justice on Facebook, Philip Stoneman became a subscriber, Chris George became a member, William True the subscribed, and Shortload subscribed as well, Ty Newland, Winterfire, all those good guys from the the qualifying stream as well. What a great weekend always here on the channel. So we will see you tomorrow for the NASCAR race. If you want to go watch some college basketball tonight, make sure you come over and say hi, drop a like, and have fun. So let's go back over here. But congratulations, John Hunter Nemechek, on the big win. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. If you're watching on replay, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe for all your NASCAR content right here on the channel. So can't wait to hang out with you guys tomorrow. Another big day. Bring your fun, bring your drivers, and I will bring mine. So until then, see you guys later. I got to go get everything ready again for another stream. So see y'all later from NASCAR Central here on the go at CeeLo. Congratulations, John Hunter Nemechek. Peace, y'all.